Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to the Watch Along, Return of the Knicks podcast. Watch Along, play-by-play tonight. I can't wait to tonight's matchup. The Indiana Pacers at 2-5 versus the 5-2 New York Knicks. So we get that ready to go. I hope your day is wonderful. Thank you for joining us earlier in the pregame that we recorded a little earlier, the preview and the recap of the Toronto Raptors game as well as this game tonight. So we got a lot to unpack here tonight. We got the Knicks Pacers, the old rivalry. Can the Knicks bounce back from that defeat at the home at Madison Square Garden? They're on the road tonight. Now, just to let you guys know, Nerlens Noel has been activated tonight, so he might get his first minutes in the NBA action tonight of this season. So we might see him tonight, Nerlens Noel. Also, Sabonis is going to play. That's the matchup against Julius Randle tonight. Malcolm Brogdon is been questionable, so it looks like he might play tonight. So hopefully we get their best shot on the Knicks. Well, the Knicks got to continue to wipe off that stink against Toronto, continue to pass the ball, not to be stagnant, get back on defense, on transition, and not allow the second opportunity shots. They were, in the second half, the Toronto Raptors totally had a lot of second chance points, a lot of rebounds, as we broke it down earlier today. And also, make sure when you do the pass, your passes are crisp, because they were getting a lot of steals from Toronto Raptors. You can't have that duplicate, and you cannot turn the ball over and expect to have good things happen when you have more, over 10, 15 turnovers a game. That's not a recipe for victory. For the Knicks, they just got to continue rebounding the ball, attack the glass, pass the paint, open shot. If you're open, take the shot, move the ball around, and we'll see how they'll bounce back here. We got to love so far the emergence of R.J. Barrett in the last few games, shooting over 45 plus from three-point land. Also, he takes his game to another level every year against Indiana Pacers. For some reason, when he sees that gold blood uniform, that golden Indiana Pacers uniform, he takes his game, he elevates it to another level. Of course, the all-star matchup between Julius Randle and Domantas Sabonis. They love to go battle back and forth. You saw a lot of that last year. Julius Randle beat him out for that All-Star appearance. Salute to Maria. How are you, Maria? Thank you for coming aboard. I hope your day is good, my friend. I'm glad to see you here. So it's always a pleasure to see you, Maria, always on a program with us. And for the Knicks, that battle between those two, they're kind of basically almost even, if you ask me. I asked that poll question a little bit earlier, and when we had engaged with the chat, was if you were to start and be able to draft either one of these two players for your team, you had to pick either or Sabonis or Julius Randle. It'll be an interesting debate to go back and forth for which player, if you had to choose, would you take on your current roster or your current team. So that was an interesting debate there. The guys are almost like a split image. The way they play, the way they combat, the way you could give an edge to Julius Randle, and I could see where you could give the edge to Sabonis, vice versa. So it'd be interesting to see that debate to go on and on. But we'll get the tip off, getting the roll in about a couple minutes now. They're gonna start the introduction from Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Remember, excuse me, I said Indiana was 2-5. Indiana Pacers were 2-6. They're coming off a win over the San Antonio Spurs the other night, and they scored a season high over 123 points, totally blew out the San Antonio Spurs. So they're feeling good. Caris LeVert's back in the lineup for them. That's going to be the first time we're going to see LeVert in the Pacers uniform. We didn't see him last year. Remember, LeVert was out, and I think he came after with the Knicks kind of finished their season series with the Pacers last year. Remember, they played them often and early last year in the beginning of 2020 to 2021. And we shall see tonight. RJ Barrett warming up here. We'll see if RJ Barrett continues his constant hot shooting streak and continue to be efficient. He's very efficient and very smart. Let's see if he has a high assist game as well. And Julius Randle, will he bounce back? I think so. I think Julius Randle will have a good bounce back game tonight. Of course, he got Sabonis there, and he knows he gets up for that challenge against Domantas Sabonis. And pretty much this is like an all-star spot roster. You want to play each other better, make a statement head to head. I know it's only a few games in the season, but when I mean all-star spot, last year their numbers were so alike, and the head to head kind of persuade the coaches and the players to vote Julius Randle as a reserve, over Sabonis. And he was not that he wasn't snubbed. I think Julius outplayed him, so it's good to be interested in these head-to-head matchup. And RJ Barrett in the last 3 games is shooting 27.3%, 63% for the field, 12 out of 19 from three-point line, and averaging 5.7 rebounds and 2.3 assists. So we shall see here. It's cold here in New York, my friend. Let's go Knicks. Yeah, it's a little bit brisk here in Orlando, Florida, believe it or not. Unseasonably cool for us here in Central Florida, and not cold. I mean, we still in shorts and we still in short sleeve, but in the evenings you could tell that you could have to either wear a longer a pair of pants or sweats and maybe a light jacket if you really don't like the cold here in Central Florida. So unseasonably chilly weather all around, but let's see if that chilly weather doesn't stop the Knicks. Hopefully they get hot and they shoot from lights out and continue shooting well and not continue and stopping the losing streaks. Keep it at one. Don't let it extend. So we shall see tonight. One of the interesting matchup. It looks like Malcolm Brogdon will play. It looks like he's and hopefully he last 5 games he had averaging 23.4 points, 44% from the field, free throws at 96%, 7 rebounds. So he's having a good season. And Caris LeVert in the last 2 games he's averaging 15.5%, 41% from the field, 4 out of 10 from three-point line, and 4.5 assists, and all that in 19.6 minutes. So the Indiana Pacers look like they're getting all their pieces and they're getting back. First time Carlisle is going to see pretty much a full complement of his team, and they go up against this New York Knicks team. Last year, the Knicks had a really good. I think they swept the series from the Indiana Pacers, or they went 2-1 if I'm not mistaken. And we shall see tonight if the Knicks continue and continue playing well and stop the losing streak at 1, not escalate it, not let it elevate to 2, and that's how you have a winning team. As soon as you lose, you bounce back with a quick win and do not allow it to escalate more than 1, and that's it. And then at worst 2, and no, don't allow that. And your season won't spiral out of control. You're being good. You'll navigate the ship right. You get in good terms. You get in good play, and you start having a good season if you keep the losing streak at 1. So we saw how they bounced back against Philadelphia after the Orlando loss. They bounced back with a really nice win. Let's see how they bounce back here after that loss to the Toronto Raptors. So salute to everyone in the chat. Salute to everyone listening. We can't wait to get the play-by-play and the watch-along going along with you. I hope your day is wonderful, and I thank you for giving me your time here. And let's enjoy this matchup together and enjoy this as a fan base And let's get this. It's from a fan to a fan. So I'm a fan. I don't call to be professional. I just call to have fun, and that's what we're doing here tonight, having fun with you guys on the stream. The Return of the Knicks podcast program. So Shalette Dan will be in the building shortly. So we'll can't wait for him to come in and help us break this down. He did a phenomenal job with me earlier this afternoon, breaking down the podcast and bringing up some great points. So it was much fun with him, and I know he'll be here a little later. So salute to everyone. Once they get this game going, we'll get everything going for you. We get all the play-by-play, all the action, and give you the calls, and hopefully we'll get this victory from the New York Knicks tonight. So salute to everyone there. This beautiful, beautiful Wednesday evening. Can't believe the week has gone so fast here. Just tomorrow, already Thursday. So wow, and November's flying. Already the third day of November, and it goes quick. By the next thing we know, we're seasoning and getting ready to turkey. So time is flying extremely quick. Here, I guess we could say we're officially in the holiday season. So the holiday season is upon us, and it's nothing but a Merry Nickmas. Absolutely, that's where we are in that Christmas Knicks season. I can't wait for that game on the 25th. Not looking ahead, but just to fill time against the Atlanta Hawks. But tonight is the Indiana Pacers, so it looks like a nice, cool day in Indianapolis. And once they get that going, that play-by-play, man, I'm ready to give you the calls and tell you what's going on the court and around the league, and we'll get that play going. So the Knicks, all these games we've seen a trend. They've been having a large lead. Boston had an 11-point lead. Orlando twice 13-point lead. Uh, They lost that one. Then they had another 13-point lead against Chicago, and they barely won by one. And against Toronto Raptors, they had a 15-point lead with 4:23 in the second and lost 113 to 104. The Knicks got to learn how to close out games. They know how they need to continue to have that killer mentality to just finish their opponents and just close it out, finish it out. And the defense will be fine. I think the defense is made from effort, techniques, and moving assignment and learning their assignments, rotation. They'll figure that out because it's a Tom Thibodeau coach team. He preaches that they'll have time in between for practice and so forth. So they'll get everything acclimated. They'll get everything ready to go. I'm not worried about the Knicks defense, but I'm just worried about the ball handling and these minor collapses when they closing out the quarters. Hopefully they won't. Hopefully they get this ready to go. And also this is a trust issue. Once they start trusting each other and knowing how to play as a corrected group, they'll be fine. So they'll get ready here. They're doing the pregame introductions and all the good stuff. And once they get the ball at center court to tip off, we'll get going. Remember, I'll be a couple seconds, about 45 to a minute behind from your normal broadcast. So because due to the fact of the streaming, so just to give you a warning. So to try not to give us too much of a spoiler, but we'll try to keep up as brisk as quick as possible. So the introduction's there. They're introducing. I can't believe I don't have the starting lineups for the Indiana Pacers. I tried looking all afternoon for it. They weren't too sure if Brogdon was playing or not, so that's why they didn't post us their starting lineups. But I do have the Knicks. It's the same as the last few games. They've been using the same lineup over for the Thibodeau. Rarely changed. You got Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, R.J. Barrett, Julius Randle, and Mitchell Robinson. Another matchup to be intriguing is Mitchell Robinson against Miles Turner. Remember, countless of hours of back and forth in different platforms that we kept debating about. Miles Turner should be traded with you send Mitchell Robinson and you send this trade in exchange for one another with some picks. We spoke about this so much over the summer and so much speculation and rumors and so forth. Now these guys are gonna go head to head. Now if you're Mitchell Robinson, you're gonna show why would you gonna trade me for this guy? I know Turner stretches the floor. Turner is led the league in blocks, a really good player at the center position. Mitchell Robinson is coming to his own. And Mitchell Robinson, if you want to be put in the top 10 of the NBA in centers, tonight's a good matchup. You battled against Valanciunas in New Orleans. It wasn't such a great game. You wasn't too much of an impact against Toronto, and I understand you did have 12 rebounds, not as usual putbacks. Maybe now we'll be conditioning, but tonight you got a good center in front of you here. Show us something. Show us out there, big guy. Go out there. Show us what you got there and how you want to be considered to be one of the top 10 centers in the NBA currently right now. So it'll be interesting. That's going to be another interesting matchup. Sabonis is an interesting matchup. Karis LeVert by R.J. Barrett will be another interesting. And cannot point guards keep up with T.J. Warren and McCullough, and you have Brandon Malcolm to see if the Knicks could keep up with them and play with them, which way they did because we won the season series last year against them. So we shall see. That'll be interesting. There's a lot of matchups within the matchup, and it's going to be fun tonight. So I got the lineups for the Indiana Pacers. Karis LeVert at forward by Domantas Sabonis, Miles Turner, Chris Duarte starting at guard, and Malcolm Brogdon. So he is in the lineup. Brogdon is in the lineup. Of course, I gave you the Knicks lineup. It's the same as usual. And the rookie going up against Fournier. Now, can Fournier take advantage of and frustrate this young rookie, this phenom, that their first round pick, the neophyte for Indiana? So they're about to tip it off, and Indiana controls the ball here. So we'll get on the way here in Indianapolis. So the Knicks trying to break loose, stop the streak at 1. And here's Sabonis over to Brogdon. Brogdon back to Duarte. Duarte back to Brogdon. Back to LeVert. LeVert is going to shoot a 3, blocked by Mitchell Robinson out of bounds. So Indiana retains. So right away, Mitchell Robinson makes an impact there. They're not allowing him to shoot that 3. Came over with good help defense. So inbound ball here, LeVert over to Brogdon. Brogdon has 2 on the shot clock. They got to put it up. And here's a long 3 and on the money. Wow. Miles Turner with a 3-pointer with the shot clock running down. That's a tough shot there. So, wow, he hit the 3. Indiana up 3-0. Here's Fournier. Back to Mitchell Robinson. Back to Walker. Walker to R.J. Barrett. R.J. Barrett, top of the key. R.J. Barrett keeps his dribble. R.J. Barrett attacks. He passes it to Julius Randle. 7 on the shot clock. Randle steps back 3. Off the mark. Rebound by Brogdon. Brogdon brings it up. Sabonis was running, but he held it. Here's LeVert. Back to Miles Turner. Shoots another 3. And back-to-back 3-pointers. So Miles Turner hitting that 3-pointer and stretching his floor. Oh, boy. Indiana up 6-0 right away. So here's Kemba. Back to Julius. Fournier. Back to Mitchell Robinson. Robinson back to Randle. Randle to Fournier. Fournier in a curl. Gives a dribble. Here's Randle. Randle jab steps. He's going to take a long jumper off the mark. So Julius Randle 0 for 2 immediately. So not a fluent offense start here. Here's Brogdon passes it over LeVert. LeVert thought about a 3. LeVert drives. LeVert stops. Here's Mitchell Robinson. He jumps off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Miles Turner puts it back. So Miles Turner has some great position. Indiana up 8-0 right off the bat. So the Knicks trail by 8 right off the bat. Not a good start here. Not inserting themselves on defense here. Thibodeau not liking this. Irate. Here's Kemba Walker. Kemba keeps his dribble. He's got the Duarte. Kemba goes in the paint. Kemba stops on a dime. Back to RJ. 11 on the shot clock. RJ dribbles in between his legs. You got LeVert. He passes. He puts the shot up. Blocked by Karis LeVert. So the Knicks doesn't look so great here. Here's Duarte shoots a 3. And that's good. Duarte, the neophyte. Indiana up 11-0 right off the gate here. So the Indiana looks like they want to blow the doors open of the Knicks. Here's timeout. So New York takes an immediate timeout, immediately down 11-0 with 9:45 to start here. Not a good start for the Knicks on the road here. Indianapolis hitting 3-pointers, blocking shots. They look more aggressive here and more cohesive. Led by and then the 2 3-pointers from Miles Turner. Miles Turner with 8 points immediately, and then you have Duarte with that 3. So 11-0. They take a timeout here. Right off the bat, this is not what you want to see there. Julius Randle settling and trying to wanna take the shots himself over Sabonis. Let the game come flow naturally. Have good ball movements, set some picks, and the Knicks where I get frustrated. They go too much to the corners, not enough real estate to dribble and get out of double teams. If you allow your team to trap you on the baseline, the corner baselines on the right side or the left side, you put yourself in a bad situation. So I would like to see the Knicks break down the defense, but more up straight ahead from the basket and try to get some cuts, double screens, pick and rolls, give and go. And we didn't see that. We see a lot of kind of mini isolation to start this off. So Knicks trail 11-0 right off the bat there. So a little bit of concern currently right now, but there's a plenty. It just started. Indiana, just Miles Turner. You got to give it to Miles Turner. He hit on a 3-pointer. He put one up when shot clock expiring. And another one was a good one in rhythm. So Mitchell Robinson kind of dared him to shoot the three, and he made him pay on that last time. And then underneath the basket, you had Mitchell Robinson on a switch off on Karis LeVert, R.J. Barrett with Miles Turner underneath the basket. Miles Turner got the offensive rebound, put back. Just a bit of overpowering matchup for R.J. Barrett. He tried, he battled, he's strong, but not tall enough. And that's why they have that. And Chris Duarte just came on a transition three. This is what the Knicks got to do better, clean up, not giving up that transition three like they did against the Raptors last game, and they did. And right now, Indiana made them pay. So that scouting report is there. Run often, run as soon as you get a rebound, run, because you have an opportunity for those transition threes or quick backdoor cuts on the Knicks. So they need to clean that up. Tom Thibodeau saw something there. He calls a timeout. They're in timeout right here. Once again, Indianapolis, the Pacers are up 11-0 right now. So once we get back here, salute to Jerome. He loves his Lakers, so go Lakers. So Jerome, salute to you, Jerome. I hope you're doing well. Happy Thursday morning for you. I know you're on your way to work there, so drive safe. Be safe, my friend. So R.J. Barrett on the field. They still keep the starters there. Let's see if they could score here off this timeout. It will behoove the Knicks here to score off this timeout. They need to score here. They're down 11-0. They can't keep this here. Can't play from behind on the road in double digits. So they inbound the ball, Kemba. Here's Fournier. Fournier keeps his dribble. Fournier for the top of the circle. Misses. Wild shot. Fournier gets his own rebound. Back to R.J. R.J. rhythm three. And three-pointer. R.J. Barrett in the nick of time. So he hits a three-pointer. We can't show the game, Sylvester. We're not allowed to. So 11-3. Here's Duarte. Back to Brandon. 13 on the shot clock. Back to Turner. Turner thought about a three. Back to Brandon. 8 on the shot clock. Brandon drives, and he was fouled, and he hits it. So Knicks are not playing smart. They're moving with their hands, fouling, and Kemba Walker pushed Brandon, and he's going to get a chance for a three-point play. They're up 13-3. And Thibodeau talks to Kemba to make sure to trust this. He had a rotating man. He didn't really need to foul there. But he's going to go. Brandon will go to the line to complete a three-point play here. And he hits it. So Indianapolis up 14-3. Here comes Kemba Walker. Brings the ball up. Guarded by Duarte. RJ with a screen there. But now he has a mismatch. Here's Kemba, still keeps the dribble. Kemba with a long range, and he off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Turner comes up with the rebound. Not a good start for the Knicks here. Here's Duarte bringing the ball up. Duarte, he's driving, kicks out to Brandon. Brandon thought about a three. Now he's driving with a floater off the mark. Right for the rebound. Julius Randle comes up with it. So Julius brings it up. Julius with the handle. Back to Fournier. Here's a screen. Fournier for a three, and he hits it. So three-pointer for the right quickly like that. Knicks trail 14-6 here with 8:29 in the first quarter. Here comes the Pacers. Here's LeVert. LeVert stops. Back to Duarte. Duarte thought about it. He drives and he stops. Blocked by Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson making an impact. 2 blocks here. Here's Fournier in open court. Fournier passes it up RJ. RJ rhythm three and off the mark. Back to the rebound. Randle. Randle to Fournier. Fournier drives to Kemba Walker. Walker back to Fournier. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Fournier has a bonus on him. And 5 on the shot clock. Fournier has to step back, jumps a 3, off the mark, air ball. Here comes the Pacers. LeVert wanted to push it, but Knicks got back really well here. Here's LeVert to Sabonis, has RJ. Sabonis books his move, passes it, and it stepped out of bounds. So Knicks ball, stepped on the baseline, turnover. Knicks lead 14-6 with 7:48 in the first quarter here. So the 3 ball got the Knicks back here, and they're trying to fight back. So good defense by R.J. Barrett, forcing Sabonis to actually offensive foul. He hooked him with his elbow. So 7:40 here. Here's Fournier back to Walker. 11 on the shot clock. Walker bounce. Walker keeps his dribble. Long pass to R.J. Barrett. Dangerous. R.J. Barrett cuts. Back to Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker's going to put up a 3, and it's off the mark. Rebound, Miles Turner. Good box out. Turner kept Mitchell Robinson off that offensive rebound. Here's LeVert. LeVert dancing, picked up by R.J. Barrett. LeVert into Sabonis deep in there and fouled. So Sabonis scores and a bucket and a foul. Foul on Julius Randle. So he gets a chance to go for a 3-point play. Pacers back up by 10. 16-6. with a free throw coming here. So you see Julius Randle swiping, and Sabonis felt the contact and went up strong. So Sabonis has a chance for a 3-point play. And Sabonis is averaging 21.3 points a game, 60% from the field, and he puts up and he hits it. So he completes the 3-point play. Knicks down by 11 again, with 7-11 here in the first quarter. And here comes Kemba Walker bringing the ball up. Knicks are 2 of 10 from the field. It's Indiana, 60%, 6 of 10. Here's Fournier drives. Fournier had a lot of contact, no call there. Here's Julius. Julius with a monster dunk. Julius Randle. Here's Indianapolis running quick, and here's Mitchell Robinson with another block on the defensive end, blocking LeVert. Here's the Knicks in transition. Fournier for a 3, and off the mark, and rebound misses. Here comes the Pacers. So the Knicks were trying to get propelled on their defense here. Mitchell Robinson inserting himself. Here's Sabonis, thought about a 3. Kemba Walker picks him up. Sabonis spins over to Brandon. Brandon throws the 3, and it's in and out. Back for the rebound. Mitchell Robinson comes up with the rebound. Here comes R.J. Barrett. 6:21 here in the first. Barrett keeps the dribble, stops, shoots a 3, and off the mark. Rebound the Pacers. 6:10 in the game in the first quarter. Pacers up 17-8. Here's Brandon, picked up by Kemba Walker. Duarte got Fournier. Fournier keeps with him. Drive. Here's Miles Turner with another 3, and that's off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Loose ball. It should be Knicks ball. Indianapolis hit it last. So with 5:55 here, 17, and I'm just watching that block, admiring that block by Mitchell Robinson. Went up straight up there with his hands straight up there. Nice block, and that thunderous jam by Julius Randle. Knicks trail 17-8 here. So Knicks already with 3 blocks in this early going. Here's Kemba Walker, back to Julius. Julius thought about a 3. Julius drive. Julius felt contact, no call there. Here's back to Kemba, back to Julius. They want to feature him there. Julius rises. Julius hits. So Julius hits a shot. Knicks trailed 17-10. So Knicks down by 7 with 5:25 here in the first quarter. Here's Brandon. Brandon and Duarte. Duarte's going to shoot a 3. Duarte misses it. Fight for the rebound. Kemba Walker comes up with the rebound. Good team rebounding there by the Knicks. Over to Randle, 2-man game here with Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker's dancing. Back to Julius. Back to Kemba. Kemba thought about a 3. Kemba drives to the basket. Beautiful move. He scores. Kemba Walker putting some nice moves. Knicks trail by 5 now. So timeout. Carlisle calls a quick timeout. See the Knicks trying to get back on their rhythm, getting back there and moving the ball around. See, when they move the ball around and they attack the glass there, you see good things happen. Good fortune. It's not stagnant. And Kemba Walker being aggressive going to the glass. You like to see that there. So right now the Knicks trail by 7. They call a timeout here. So hopefully the Knicks, let's see if I can get some stats if they put them up yet. I don't think they put the stats up yet. But once they do, we'll definitely let you know about it. And hopefully they give me the stats for today's game. And here's the stats. So right now, the Indiana Pacers are shooting 46.2%, 6 of 13, while the Knicks are shooting 28.6%. They started off sluggish here. They're 4 of 14. The three-pointers, they're 2 of 8, 25%. We know that number is going to change. Indiana Pacers are shooting 3 out of 6. They're shooting 50% from three-point land. Now, they've been to the free throw line just twice. They hit both pairs of free throws. The Pacers are out-rebounding the New York Knicks 9-6, although the Knicks got more 9-7, and 2 offensive rebounds for New York. The Knicks have scored 5 assists on those 12 points, as well as Indianapolis. They also have 5 points on 5 assists on 17 points. The Knicks right now they have 3 blocks to 1 for the Pacers. Now there are no steals in the game. The Knicks have not turned the ball over. Just 1 turnover from the Pacers, and the points in the paint. The New York trails 6-4. And that's the numbers around there. Let's see who far the high man for the Pacers. It's Miles Turner with 8 points, followed by Brandon and Duarte and Sabonis all have 3 points. And for the Knicks, right now, they're being led by Julius Randle with 4 points. R.J. Barrett has a 3. Kemba Walker with 2 points to score there. And Fournier with 3 points with a 3-point land. So once they come back from the timeout, we shall see what adjustments here. Carlisle didn't like to see. The Knicks got to continue with this pace. Every time they have a chance for a deep rebound, and the guards able to rebound, they need to start pushing the ball on the wing and just start, even if it doesn't go anywhere, make this team get back on defense and on a fast pace. And you got to see if they're conditioned well. This is early in the NBA season, so you have to attack, especially on the road. You want to try to make these home teams play on their heels all game long and keep pushing the pace. So they're in a timeout here, and sooner or later, those threes that Miles Turner, you live for it. If Miles Turner is going to start shooting threes and not attacking the glass and being in trouble in the paint, you know what? You tip your cap and you say, you know what? So be it. So the Knicks will inbound this here. And the substitution, McCollum is coming in. I'm getting a little feed issue from the telecast. Hopefully it's not bad weather related. So here's here's McCollum bringing the ball up. Excuse me. He's substitution in. Brandon, and there's a cut, and it looks like here's another 3-pointer, and he hits it. So another 3-pointer made. So Indianapolis keeps hitting there. They're 4 of 8. They're giving the Knicks a little taste of their own medicine. They're shooting 50% from 3. Here's Julius, has Brandon on him. 13 on the shot clock. Back to Julius, back to Fournier. Julius has a double team. Kicks out a Walker. Walker in the corner 3. And it's in and out. Almost went in. Halfway in and came out. So Knicks trail by 8 here with 4:25 in the first quarter. Here comes Brandon. And he hit it. He got scored. I thought he was a 3-point play, but no call here. So 22-12. Here's RJ and Julius trying to push the pace. Julius Randle. They want to feature Julius here. Julius on the wing. Julius, and he got stripped. No foul call, and Julius did not get back. Stood there arguing with the ref. Barrett had to quickly foul to stop the play, the transition play. And here's Nolan Noel. Nolan Noel making his appearance here. First time this season for Mitchell Robinson. So good to see Nolan Noel back here. Hopefully he keeps guarding and bringing that intimidating defense he had last year in the center position with the blocks and playing good plays and the hustle play. So he's back tonight. Let's see, season debut for that man, the Haitian sensation. So good to see him back on the court here. So Indianapolis will bring the ball up. McCullough, also Derrick Rose comes into the game. Julius is still on the floor, also with Fournier and Barrett. So here's Brandon, drives, kicks off. Here's a 3-pointer by LeVert, and that's off the mark. Rebound by Julius. Julius going to bring the ball up here with 3 minutes and 50 seconds in the first quarter. Knicks trail 22-12. Here's Fournier. Back to Julius. The little two-man game here. Here's Julius backing Brandon up. Julius. And you can see that's a pattern that all these teams have. Here's Fournier. Fournier drives. Fournier kicks. Fournier scores. Good shot to the basket tonight for Fournier. Like to see that there. Michael Caputo, what's going on, Kev? They are soft as mozzarella sticks right now. You betcha. So here's a 3-pointer, flat-footed, and in and out. Fight for the rebound. Knicks bring the ball up. They get the rebound. Here's Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose from the wing. Derrick Rose attacks. Derrick Rose goes to the glass. He misses that, and he's called for. Their foul was called. So McCullough. So Derrick Rose will shoot a pair of free throws here. So Rose, it's good to see Rose going back to attacking the glass, going to the basket. So he'll be rewarded with some free throws. So I wonder if it's going to be non-shooting or it's going to be on the pass. But it looks like he should go to the free throw line. Yes, he will. So he's going for a pair. Yeah, Michael, that's funny. I'm glad to see you here. I thank you for joining the program earlier. Rose hits his first free throw. Knicks trail 22-15 here with 3:11 here in the first quarter. Alex Burks makes his appearance off the bench. So it's interesting to see Thibodeau substituting a little early, but it's good. It's a good substitution. You don't want to get trailing behind. You want to bring a spark from your bench here. And Rose hits a pair of free throws. So 22-16 with 3:11 here in the first quarter. Duarte is in the game and passes it out. And again, we get some bad feeds, a 3-pointer, and off the mark. Rebound by Derrick Rose. Here's Rose attacking. Rose going hard to the glass. He scoop up, and Nolan Noel tipped and missed it. Fight for the rebound. Noel hits the floor, but he gets back up. Sabonis brings the ball up. Sabonis hands it off. Here's back to Duarte. 15 on the shot clock. He has Burke. Duarte, the strong rookie, strong move, and he puts it in. Wow, Duarte looking for a foul there. Was a lot of contact, no call. So 24-16. Here's New York. Here's RJ. RJ drives. RJ passes to Rose. Back to Julius. Julius to Burks. Burks gonna go for a three. He moves to the side, and there was a lot of contact on the follow through, but no call. And Indianapolis ball goes deep to Sabonis. Sabonis with a cut. So they scored. Too easy there. He had great positioning on Nolan's Noel. So back up by 10. It goes the Pacers, 26-16. So the Knicks try to make some runs, but quickly the Pacers come right back here. Here's Julius, wild. So they call a foul. So Julius got to play a little under control there. So Craig fouled him. He's going to know what is he doing because it looked like Julius pushed off there. So they're not in the free. They're not in a penalty here. But that's their first on the two. Oh, they're still not 2 minute mark, so they could still. Here's Burks ready to inbound the ball. Burks to Rose. Rose got 17 on the shot clock. Derrick Rose keeps his dribble. Derrick Rose passes it to Randall. Randall's gonna shoot a three and off the mark and rebounding the Pacers. So the Knicks are not shooting well here. They quickly push the pace. Here's Craig for a three, and he hits a three-pointer. So 13-point lead now, 29-16. So the Knicks getting a taste of their own medicine here on the road with the team shooting the three-pointers. Here's Rose, and he got caught in the air trying to pass the ball. He had nowhere to go to, and here's Indianapolis, and they score. So the Pacers are pretty much almost want to blow the Knicks out, 31-16 here. Not a good start for the Knicks. Timeout. Thibodeau again with a minute 21, so second timeout already used in the quarter. And wow, the Knicks look a little flat tonight. Not a good start here. You don't want to continue. Bad body languages all around here. So if you're the Knicks, you're gonna have to probably sit down. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to sit Julius Randle, let him clear his head out. Obviously, something's not efficient there, and the offense looks stagnant. It looks very stagnant. It looks very, very vanilla. And only Derrick Rose is attacking the basket, but there is no second opportunity, no crashing on the rim, and the shots are not falling. So timeout, and we shall see what adjustments here. Let's see what Thibodeau sees if he will go to his bench. I know you want to trust your starters, but it's early in the season. You got to try to see what works. And you can't play these guys a bunch of minutes if you see they're not giving you the results on the floor. So we shall see if he comes back with Obi Toppin and give Julius Randle just a breather here to finish the quarter out. We'll bring in Chef Dan with us in a moment. Chef Dan, what's going on, Chef?
Nothing much. I was just taking care of some business with the family, and I just started catching this game so far. So I might be a little ahead of you. I might be behind. So tell me where the score is at for you right now.
Yeah, I'm going to be a few seconds behind. Thibodeau call a timeout right now. The Knicks are down 16, if I'm not mistaken. And 31-16 with a minute 21 here left here.
As
So
Burks inbounds the ball to Obi, Obi to Nerlens. Nerlens fumbles it. He now gets double teamed, and they call. Is that a foul?
yeah, loose ball foul. So Knicks will have it. They'll get a new shot clock with a minute 15.
Man, the Knicks look disorganized right now. What's going on?
Yeah, you got Obi Toppin on the floor and Nolan's Noel. It's good to see Nolan's Noel back. Here's Derrick Rose attacking the glass. Derrick Rose scores. So the one bright light is Derrick Rose attacking the glass, Chef Dan.
Yeah, as the score is 18-31, and Indiana bringing the ball up. You have some action going on. Nerlens gets a steal, but they call a foul on him. He says it's all ball, arguing with the ref, but they're not gonna, take the argument into consideration. Yeah, I just came in so far. Like, what's got the score so lopsided? I was listening to you a bit earlier as I was setting some things up, and it sounds like it sounds like Julius Randle's in his own head right now.
He is, and they're shooting the three ball good. Miles Turner started the game hitting 2 3-pointers in a row, scoring the first 8 points. And here's a fight for the rebound. Back again, and second opportunities. And wow, the Knicks cannot get they were being killed off the glass. Noel, he is good and all, but does not have the hands to stick with the ball. And loose ball, Knicks touch last, 11 on the shot clock with 47.8 seconds. They had like 3 opportunities there, and they kept possession here. So they'll make a quick substitution pattern in here. Indianapolis, the Pacers. 11 on the shot clock, 47.8 seconds. And they inbound the ball, and
Oh,
Joe is well with a block. Here comes quickly down the lane, quickly scoops, and he scores on a fast
scores.
break. The defense igniting the Knicks. Boy, they needed that. They missed that in this year with 20 to 31, 11-point game here with 36 point seconds here. Knicks will have another possession. Here's McCullough, and quickly defense, good offense there. He got that to go quickly all over him. So 33-20 here. Quickly will bring the ball up. 29 seconds before the half, first period ends. And look at here. Let's see what's going on. Quickly puts a play here. There's a 5-second differential from game clock to shot clock. Quickly, it surveys, quickly passes to Rose. Rose thought about a three. Rose is driving. Rose with a floater off the mark. Going well. And here's Rose with the Rose back up and in, and he scores. Derrick Rose been a bright spot here for the Knicks with 4 seconds left here. Duarte brings it up. Duarte's going to have a good look. He puts it up, and he hits a
Oh,
three-pointer.
got it.
Wow. So you know it's not a good night when that rookie hits a long three-pointer. The Knicks gave up 36 points. They trailed 36-22. Chef Dan, you want to give us some stats, or do you want me to find them?
I'm sorry. I'm just shocked by what I'm seeing right now.
That's fine.
Based on the earlier predictions, I'm sorry. I was just in awe. My jaw was just dropped. I couldn't say anything right now.
I got the
Uh,
stats
I'm,
here. I got you covered.
yeah.
I'll read them out there. The Knicks shot 36% from the field, 9 out of 25, while the Pacers shot 46.7%, 14 out of 30. Here's where the Knicks, this is not their calling card. They're shooting 211 from three-point land, 18.2%. That number was going to change. Believe me, by the end of this game, that number is going to be dramatically changed. The Pacers shot 6 to 13, 46.2% from three-point land. Both teams been to the free throw line twice. Both teams have hit to both of their free throws. The Knicks are being out rebound 16 to 13. Although the assist totals, Indianapolis has 10 assists on their 36 points, while the Knicks have 8 assists on their 22 points. The blocks, Knicks are 4 blocks to 1 over the Pacers, and the Pacers have 2 steals. Remember, we were talking about the length and steals turnover. Although the Knicks only has 2 turnovers in the whole game, but the points in the paint, not much difference. And then the Pacers have 16 points in the paint, while the Knicks have 12. So those are the stats there. I'll give you the leading scorers if you want me to. I have that as well. You
No,
have every yes.
I believe Torrey Craig and Miles Turner are both tied with 8 points right now, so they're leading scorers, I believe.
And also Chris Duarte, 3 players with 8 points.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
I
exactly
mean,
that.
yeah. I have to look at it right now to just kind of see what's going on. Julius Randle is 2 for 5 from the field right now. So is Evan Fournier, R.J. Barrett, and Kemba Walker are both 1 for 4. Mitchell Robinson hasn't had a field goal attempt yet. Is it just a bad shooting night so far, or what? I haven't quite gotten to see just the bits of the first quarter as we're getting into the second quarter. I mean, I see the bench unit right now is trying to help us out with every little bit that they can, turning defense into offense with the fast breaks, and I see Derrick Rose is being a bright spot. But what seems to be going on with the starting unit?
They got hit by with a buzzsaw from Minneapolis. The Pacers came out hot, shooting, moving the ball around, and they quick offense, and that's what they got hit here. Here's the Knicks. Here's Burks. Burks to quickly goes to the drive. He off the glass and he misses it. Lawrence Noel smacks it out. Here's the Knicks with a second possession, but Lawrence Noel does not have the hands to and Alex Burks fed him really nice under the basket, but he fobbled it. And here's in the Pacers. Obi Toppin goes high for the rebound. Here's quickly passes here Rose to Burks. Burks driving. Burks back to Rose. Rose back to Burks. Burks has a wide open three, and it's good. So the three-pointer ball hits. Knicks trail now to 36-25 to start the second quarter.
As Indiana brings the ball up, I believe that's Karis LeVert. He's driving. He's driving to the rim, pulls up, gets a floater, and he hits it. Indiana leads 38-25 as the Knicks bring the ball up right now. Derrick Rose past half court. Obi Toppin sets a pick for him. Derrick Rose driving to the rim, and He gets it and one. So Derrick Rose heading to the line to complete a 3-point play, possibly.
That's a good
I
thing.
got to see them change the ticker on the. That was great manipulation right there by Derrick Rose.
So Rose already with 8 points here, looking for his ninth.
Score is 38-27. Knicks down by 11 right now.
They've been close.
Derrick Rose at the.
They've cut it to 7 points, 6 points, Chef Dan. But
Yeah, it seems like they kind of need to just work on, staying consistent with the defense. As Derrick Rose hits the free throw, so now it's down by 10. The Knicks play some defense, but the Pacers recover the ball to a 3-point shot, and they hit it. So the Pacers regain a 13-point lead as Derrick Rose is bringing the ball up. Quick action, quickly going around. Sees some screens, passes it to Obi Toppin. Obi to Rose. Rose surveying as he gets a screen from Toppin. Toppin cuts to the basket, gets the layup. Obi Toppin, he
nice
scored
move.
just now. Nice move, Obi Toppin. As we said, they're getting Obi Toppin more involved. 30-41 as the Pacers have the ball. They're doing some actions along the perimeter. Karis LeVert gets it, isolating, penetrating, pulls up for a mid-range, and doesn't get it. But I believe there's a foul call.
Salute to A to Z, me to Z. What's going on, man?
Oh, salute to you, Z, man.
Nah, look at a nice move by Obi Toppin. You see that confidence in that man's game there. So maybe we're gonna need a heavy dose of Obi Toppin if Julius Randle's in a funk.
Most definitely. As McConnell has the ball, he's driving and surveying against Nerlens Noel. Drives, misses, gets the ball back, kicks it out. They drive. Nerlens gets the rebound, passes it to quickly surveying, waits till everyone's up, stops his drive, passes it out to Burks. Burks surveying. Burks gets double teamed, passes it to Nerlens Noel, up to Toppin slams. So we
Yes.
see a nice game involved right there as the Knicks cut the lead to 9. And Rick Carlisle has to call timeout because that was beautiful synergy in basketball right there.
What a
They keep
slam
it
by
on
Toppin.
replay. What a slam by Toppin. Yes.
Tom Thibodeau's delight.
Yeah, Tom Thibodeau most definitely approves of that.
Whenever a 3-pointer is hit by the Knicks, they always get Thibodeau's laugh and also dunks. So just be prepared for that. So they call a timeout right now.
Most definitely. We see the bench unit doing what they're supposed to do, kind of speeding up the game right now and keeping it to their advantage. We know that the Indiana Pacers right now, they're hampered with some injuries. Did Malcolm Brogdon start for the game?
He started the
He
game.
did?
That's the first time they get LeVert and Brogdon on the court.
Okay, so then we are facing a different animal today, but still, I believe Jeremy Lamb is out. TJ Warren is out as well. So they are hampered by some injuries to some, powerful, well, to some statement players in their franchise. So hopefully that can aid us in this victory.
And I see that Michael Caputo and talking about the Pacers not 2-6. You gotta go beat them. You gotta beat this team. But they were shooting good. They came off a good hot shooting performance against the Spurs last game, so they're feeling good. Maybe their offense is clicking as a unit now as they get their players back healthy. This is the second game back of Karis. Actually, it's the third game back with Karis LeVert returning, and not for nothing, they look so much better with that with LeVert and on the group with Sabonis, and maybe they're getting into figuring it out and getting into their regular early season stride for the Pacers. So maybe we're catching them in the wrong time, maybe, but we don't know. We shall see.
Most definitely. Maybe this, I don't know. You don't want to be the team to where a team starts to click just because they have certain players back. So now they have more options and they feel more, free flowing. We just got to tighten up on the defense, I feel.
Right, and Michael thinks that either the Knicks win a nail biter or they get blown out. Yeah, Michael, I see that. It could be possible. Knicks haven't won a
Based
blowout
on
game this year. Well, just to the Orlando game, Michael. Don't forget the Orlando Magic game, game number 2. I was in the building. That was a blowout. So the upcoming games, the Knicks got the Pacers on Friday. The Bucks on Friday, and then Colin Sexton on Sunday. Remember, we spoke hours about Colin Sexton coming to the Knicks. Never happened. So now the Knicks bring the ball. Indianapolis brings the ball up. Sabonis, Obi Toppin, and Obi Toppin switches on LeVert. And Obi Toppin played good defense and a good offense there by LeVert. Hit over all stretch Obi Toppin here. So 43-32 off a timeout they scored here. So this is the
most
big
definitely,
difference. They got to score off the timeouts where your coaches call up. Here's Rose to Noel, deep in there. Noel with a floater, and he hits it. Not only is Noel providing some offense deep in the paint. Knicks trail by 9 again. So Knicks need to play some defense, and with Nolan's Noel back, you're starting to see a little intensity there. Here's Noel and pass it off to Devonis. Fight for this rebound. Here comes Rose. Rose to Quickly. He has Obi ahead of them, but smart move by Quickly, stopping. Burks with 16 on the shot clock. Here's Quickly. Back to Toppin. Toppin thought about a 3. Toppin dabbing, Toppin attacking the glass. Toppin again to the glass, and he scores. Obi Toppin uses the force. The Knicks trail 43-36. So Toppin showing some nice
with a
moves here.
nice move, nice bit of forays to the rim right there. Obi Toppin is really moving right now. He's showing the growth that he had over that he told us that he was working on over the summer. As the Pacers hit a 3, I was about to say Goga Chikadze.
10-point game there. Yeah. The
Most
Knicks,
definitely.
Indianapolis keeps shooting hot. That's 8 3-pointers they made here. Here's Rose. Oh man, misses, but fight for rebound. And here's Nolan Noel back to Toppin. Nolan Noel has some really butterfingers. Toppin going strong. Toppin back to Rose. Roy's wide open, and he hits it off the mouse. Back for the rebound. Loose ball. Loose ball still picked up by the Pacers. Everybody fell to the floor here, but they're trying to pitch it. They have numbers. Here's LeVert, and foul by Quickly to stop the action there. So Knicks trail by 10 there. Wow. Those loose balls, in the Pacers are just coming up with it.
Most definitely. And we're also seeing there that was also a momentum play right there. If Rose hits that 3, that could definitely be a positive impact. As we see some of the starters are coming back in, Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle coming back in. So we'll see what this unit does right here and how they attack. Malcolm Brogdon's back in the game. It's Karis LeVert, I believe, goes sit down. And Miles Turner is back.
So Thibodeau switching up here. Here's Burks is still on the floor here. Back over to Turner with another 3. He's been hitting the 3-point ball great and efficiently. That's his 3rd 3-pointer by Miles Turner.
Most definitely. And that's kind of what you like you alluded to earlier. If he's hitting those all day, that's the way you lose, and so be it, because you don't want him in the rim comfortable.
Here's Quickly dancing. 5 on the shot clock. Quickly makes his move. Puts a floater up off the right for the rebound. Turner cleaned it up. There was a loose ball there, but he grabbed the rebound off of Julius Randle. So Knicks not getting second opportunities, not with Turner on the floor. And here's Brandon. And back to LeVert. LeVert dances, shoots a 3 off the mark. Back to the rebound quickly. So it's interesting to see Quickly, Burks, Rose, Julius, and Mitchell Robinson. So Thibodeau's trying to change out and rotation to see what's clicking, what could click. But here's Quickly back to Julius. Julius drives and he tries to go for a dunk, but nothing there. Blocked by Miles Turner. Here's Brandon, and he blocked by Derrick Rose. And here's some bad NBA action. Here's Julius. Julius goes to the layup, foul, but offensive foul. The referee calls an offensive foul. That's a bad call because he was underneath the basket, under the restriction line, to be calling offensive foul.
That is a bad call. But then on top of that, I believe Julius got fouled on that dunk.
He had 2-on-1 on him, and he gets called for the offensive foul. Tell me how's that? Wow. And they showed 2 back-to-back block here. Derrick Rose going up strong for that block. He could still get up there. And I would like to see that play that they called the turnover.
Yeah, they didn't replay it.
That's a questionable call. Referees have been atrocious this early part of the NBA season. And this is not what Julius Randle needs here. Get in the game here. So 5 blocks for the Knicks, 2 for the Pacers. 39-49 with 6:16 here. Here's Liberto for a curl, air ball, and rebound. Indianapolis getting the ball. All the loose balls here. Kemba Walker. And here's Brandon back to Sabonis deep in the place. Back to Levert, shoots a 3, open. Fight for the rebound. New York comes with the ball. Here's RJ Barrett back in the game. RJ Barrett going strong. RJ Barrett goes to the line. Layup, misses, but no call there. A lot of contact. Referees
A lot of
swallow their whistle.
contact.
They swallow their whistle. Here's Brandon with a 3, and that's off the mark. Deep rebound. Mitchell Robinson back to Kemba Walker. Walker brings the ball up. Walker attacks. Walker stops on a dime. He still keeps his dribble. Back to Fournier. Fournier back in the game here. So all the starters are back for the New York here. Here's Fournier. Fournier got to get going. Fournier, ball pass to Kemba. Back to Julius. Back to Kemba Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Kemba Walker makes his move to the paint. He stops on a dime. Back to Fournier. He's going to have to put it up. He heaves it off the rim and bailed him out.
There was a
So
foul call.
The rookie, the Walte, fouls him, bails him out there with the shot clock.
But that is not a good sign there, Jedi. You can see the Knicks offense struggling right now, but there were plenty of opportunities. It seems like they're just so hesitant.
And I'm sorry, I don't see a foul there on DeWalte. Fournier sold it, and like I said, referees having atrocious, and they showed that play there by Julius, and that was a good no call. That was a bad call. 2 calls there by these officials tonight. Terrible call. And I don't think Fournier deserves to get bailed out there. I think that was a good that was not a foul there, and I think Carla is challenging it. Is he challenging it? No, or the rookie, the neophyte is pleading his case there, and I know he's not going to challenge it. That was terrible. The officiating has been atrocious here. So Fournier will go to the line. He hits 1. He has 3 free throws to shoot. Knicks trail 37-49, although I don't think he deserved to go there, but that's for another day. And here's Fournier, another one. He hits it. So 38-49. He has a chance to cut this to a 10-point game. He has 1 more free throw coming up. And Fournier hits all 3
of them. So the lead is cut down to 10, 49-39. Pacers have the ball. Malcolm Brogdon bringing it up, defended by Kemba. Some curl action by Duarte. Duarte passes it back to Brogdon. Back to Duarte. Duarte's isolating against Fournier. Passes it to Sabonis. Sabonis passes it. We have a driver, mid-range shot, and he gets it.
Every time the Knicks has a chance to cut it under single digits, here comes Indiana. The Pacers continue to add. So the Knicks already given up 51 points already, and it's still plenty of time in the second quarter. Here's Fournier on the curl.
Passes it back to Julius. Julius working. Passes it back to Fournier. Fournier couldn't pick up the ball. Torrey Craig gets the steal. Passes it to Chris Duarte for 3. He misses. Julius gets the rebound. And this is just a bad look by the Knicks right now. Kemba has the ball. He's working. Calls up Mitch for a screen. He gets the screen. Gets a 3. Misses it.
Wow.
The Pacers get the rebound. And
next available timeout, he's gonna have to substitute, put back the second unit again. Here's Brogdon back to Sabonis. Sabonis with a nice, strong assist by Brogdon there. Indianapolis go up 53-39 here. So 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Here's RJ. Got to get RJ going. RJ to the dribble. He's got the rook neophyte, but they want to feature Julius, and Julius forcing up shots. Again, misses it. They fight for the rebound. Loose ball foul there. Mitchell Robinson's trying to get a little frustrated there, getting overzealous, trying to get that loose ball. So he needs to play a little under control, my friend. Sabonis gets a little stinger in his neck.
I'm not going to lie. That drive right there, I think Julius better served it should have passed it to RJ, who popped out for the 3. He was open for that.
And right now, I hate to say it, but the Knicks are minus when Julius Randle on the floor currently right now.
Sabonis has the ball working against Mitch. Goes in the post. The ball pops out. Kemba with the steal. Passes it to RJ. RJ all the way up. Gets a dunk. And the Knicks cut the lead down to 12, 41-53.
Jay Barrett.
Pacers have the ball. Bringing the ball up. Brogdon with the drive. And he gets the scoop.
Too easy.
Brogdon nice and calm, man. He's a good point guard. Kemba bringing the ball up. Passes it to RJ. RJ being denied the curl on the left. Gets double team. Passes it to Fournier. Fournier surveying, driving. Gets a floater up. Doesn't get the bounce. Julius taps it out. RJ gets a three. And RJ Barrett with another three-pointer. Cuts the lead down to 11. RJ Barrett bringing some life to this game. And a steal. And there's a foul. So
whoa! I didn't like his leg there. Hopefully he's okay there. I didn't like the way his leg just. Oof. They told me to make sure he's okay. Yeah, RJ Barrett quickly went over to make sure he was okay, and I didn't like the way his leg just came out like that. Oof.
No, there was moisture on the ground.
Yeah, but he's the way his leg kicked out like that from the moisture. You don't want him to pull it. That was a little scary moment there. So can the Knicks cut this lead under single digits before going into halftime? That's what we're looking for. That kind of goal right now. They're not going to tie it. We're looking for them to get it under single digits lead before they go to the half.
You just got to chop at it. That's it. Chop at it. And you haven't gotten the lead down to under 10 points yet. Only the bench has been able to get it to 9. Can you get it down to under 9? If you can do that, or at least get it to 9, then you're playing with some house money right now. You can start to feel good. But yeah, I gotta agree with Michael Caputo right now. He said the Knicks are getting chopped up like onions tonight. Yeah, we can see that. It seems like right now the Pacers have a free-flowing offense. They feel whenever they kick it out to someone, they're either driving to get a basket, or if not, they're giving it right up. And the Knicks right now, it doesn't really seem like that. It seems like they're surveying to try and get something out of the possession that's not really there. I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. I definitely agree with you on that. So they're in a timeout right now. So as they go into timeout, we gotta hopefully see that the Knicks cut this lead down. They right now currently shooting 41.5%. They elevated their shooting. They're 17 out of 41. They're 26.7% from 3-point land. They're 4 of 15. So hopefully that number in the third quarter is a role reversal for what the Toronto Raptors did to them. Hopefully they come out and have a great third quarter of their own here. And their rebounds are totally even at 22 apiece there. The Pacers are shooting 47.8% from the field, 22 out of 46. They're shooting 40.9% for three-pointer, 9 out of 22. They only been to the free throw line one time for two attempts. They hit both of their attempts. And like I was telling you, the Knicks got 5 blocks, Pacers 2. They have 4 steals. The Knicks have 3 steals, and the Knicks have 5 turnovers to the 4 for the Pacers. And the Knicks are scoring. Actually, they actually got ahead. They scored 24 points in the paint to 22 for the Pacers. We saw that with Nolan Noel getting some deep shots in and seeing Rose attack the glass. Obi Toppin had some nice moves in the paint, and RJ Barrett. So you see them coming alive, attacking the glass, despite having Miles Turner out there. But they're you gotta like to see that, because if they continue to score to the glass and then the 3-pointers later on starts hitting, now that's a recipe of a victory, for good things and victory coming forward. So we get back into play. Fournier to RJ Barrett. It's 15 on the shot clock. Back to Fournier. Fournier drives. Fournier stops. Backs to RJ. RJ goes up, puts a floater. RJ Barrett, and he got fouled. So they bailed RJ Barrett, got hit contact. So the man will go for the free throw line with 2 minutes and 13 seconds. So they'll try to score with the clock stop before the half. So the score is 55-44. Pacers up. RJ Barrett has 2 free throws coming.
It's the first one.
Yeah.
So the Knicks down by 10 right now. RJ throws the second one up, and it rims out, and the Pacers get the ball. So Pacers bringing the ball up right now. Domantas Sabonis has it on the perimeter. Passes it to Brogdon. Levert. Levert misses. Walker with the rebound. Drives all the way to the rim. Mitch gets the offensive rebound and slams it in. And this is what you want. Can you keep it around 8 now? Don't trade buckets. Keep defense. Misses, but they get Brogdon got the offensive rebound and put it right back in. So the Pacers, that is not good right now.
That's a
As the
lack of
Pacers
technique for not
lead by
boxing
10.
out. You got to
Most
box out
definitely.
on that, yeah. Wow, a lot of contact. No call there. Another contact. My God,
And
what is this
finally,
man?
they get a call for Julius Randle.
Wow, there was a lot of contact the first time around.
Yeah.
And Sabonis is going to argue with this when you got away with whacking him before. So not a good night for the referees tonight. Atrocious.
Yeah,
night.
most definitely. And this is the other thing, man. Both Sabonis and Julius are hotheads. Julius misses the first free throw, and they're both known to get technical. So I don't know how this is going to go.
What's up? What's up, Frank? I hope you're doing well, Frank.
Frankie Catalyst, man. Salute to you. Yeah, I see, man. That's what we trying to. We have the positivity. I know Michael Caputo is down right now as Julius hits the second free throw, but there's hope, man. All you have to do is chip away. We haven't seen the Knicks at a deficit fight back yet. This team hasn't had to do that recently,
Oh, air
as there
ball.
was air ball.
Why
As
did
Julius gets the rebound, RJ racing down the court, passes it to Fournier. Fournier out to Kemba. Kemba driving, and he got blocked. And Pacers get the ball. They're racing down, and Karis LeVert gets the bucket. So the lead goes right back up to 11, 48-59. As Kemba brings the ball up, 41 seconds left. Julius driving, and he slams it in.
Grown man dunk. Ooh.
That was a lot of contact there, too.
Referee swallowing the whistle. 9-point game here.
Yeah.
Now
25 seconds left. That means the Knicks will probably end up with the last possession as the Pacers try to draw the clock out. Karis LeVert tries to get the foul. Misses the shot.
Good defense
Good
by
defense
RJ
by RJ Barrett right there. He's driving.
Last touch.
They knocked it out of his hand. Last touch by the Pacers. So Knicks retained the ball with 7.
He went behind the back. Lovely. Yeah, look at that. That was a lot of
contact. Yeah, we both. Wow. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We just saw the last replay of Julius Randle's last dunk. There was a lot of contact there. They inbound the ball, and Pacers knock it out of bounds. So 4.9 seconds left.
4.9 seconds. Be honest with you, it should go to RJ to take the last shot here, not Julius. I don't think he deserves to get the last shot of the quarter here.
But they probably are going to try and give it to Julius to make him feel better. But down 9 points right now as Julius tries to free up. He gets it, passes it to Fournier. He shoots it, misses it. And so the Knicks down by 9 right now. And this is the best case scenario you want right now. The Knicks this team in the 7 games it's played so far leading up to this have never had to fight through a deficit for at least the first 2, maybe 3 quarters. At most, what we were doing, I'd say the closest game we've had is the Celtics game and the Sixers game. Both teams are within our division, within our conference, within our division. Both teams are giving us a fight until we were able to create space. So right now we see that the Pacers have created some space. It's all about coming into this third quarter. Can we annihilate that space? Can we get it close enough to where we can get a lead and maybe seesaw it back? That can help our confidence, maybe get the offense going. And on the Pacers side, they're maybe hoping to just extend the lead right now. Their offense has been showing really, really good things right now, but they're just trying to extend the lead. The Pacers, So far, they've had 10 players played within the game so far. So they're kind of spreading out the minutes somewhat evenly. So we're not going to see much fatigue from them. We also see they're getting Karis LeVert and Malcolm Brogdon right back into the swing of things. Both of them have around 15 minutes. Karis with 14, Brogdon with 16. So we're seeing they have a lot of confidence in their guys, and they think that they can kind of kickstart their season from this point on. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, well said there. You're gonna 15 minutes so far. What do this is LeBert? This is Brandon coming back from an injury. How much time are they gonna play him in the second half? LeBert, this is his third game tonight as well. I don't see them playing 30 minutes, both of them. And if they do, they're going to be gassed in the fourth quarter. That's why I was beholden for me the Knicks to try to get this a single digit lead. They had a chance to go in a half down by six. If they would have been down by six and how terrible they shot and um, how horrible they looked on offense, and even down nine, it still feel like a minor victory. Now the Knicks could cut this, come out of this third quarter, cut this immediately, go on a quick 7-0 run, make it a 2 point game immediately, and, and make the Pacers play on their heels. You know, they're learning how to win under Carlisle. If you could make them, and they're 2-6, if you could come out off the third quarter, put the pressure, and they're gonna be like, "Whoa, we played a hell of a half, the first half, and just like that, the Knicks are right back in it, and they could with the three. When you have the weapon of the three ball and spacing, you're never out of a game, especially down by nine. So for the Knicks, they played terrible. They play well, terrible because that's not what we've seen all season from them. Despite shooting 40%, 44% from the field, and one thing that surprised us that we didn't expect them, they've been shooting over at least in the first half. They've been scoring over 55 points. The first team, this is the lowest I think they scored in a half or regular season, 50 points, and still 50 points is nothing to sneeze at either. That's a lot of points. But they're shooting 25% from three, and that's the surprising part. Because then this team, this new New York Knicks team that we've seen this new season, although it's still young, 25%, we're not accustomed to it. So look for the 3 point percentage to increase, to go start falling down later in the game. And I think that's going to happen. I think that's going to be the catalyst, to be honest with you, to get this team to get back here.
Another thing I want to say is right now it seems like I just want to look at it to make sure as far as the stats go. Give me one moment. The Pacers have more fouls than the Knicks right now. It is just a single digit difference, 9-8. But I did see that the Knicks were more prone to get into the bonus versus the Pacers. That lets you know that they're more accustomed to take fouls and slowing down the pace. Look for that to be a weapon that the Knicks can use. And I know that the referees are swallowing their whistle right now. But if that happens in the first half, that usually means that they're going to blow the whistle on everything they possibly can in the second half. So I'm looking to see how the referee's demeanor is going to be in the second half.
And not for nothing, the Pacers have five more 3 pointers made over the Knicks, and yet they're only up by nine. So positive things. Think positive, like Frank says, positivity, Mike, positivity, and if you're a team, that's why it's a 48-minute game. And can the Knicks now do the reversal? Can the Pacers hold up this pace here for 48 minutes? We shall see. That's the adjustments within the adjustments. And I like, of course, Carlisle is a good head coach there, but Thibodeau, knows his team there. They've been playing longer, despite the fact a few additions. But I think Thibodeau knows what he got from his team, and it'll be interesting to see if he makes any changes going into the second, or if he's going to stay with the same starting unit coming out of the third quarter. We shall see.
Most definitely. And while they're doing that, I just want to give a quick look around the league right now to just, give an update on some of the games that are going on. Uh, One moment. Today we have the Celtics versus the Magic. That's at halftime along with us. The Magic are up 46-44 on the Celtics, so we'll see how that goes. The Raptors versus the Wizards, that's at halftime right now. We see the Raptors are up on the Wizards 59-48, so Maybe the Raptors are trying to get revenge against the Wizards. We saw that they played earlier in the year and they played a little sloppy. We'll see how that goes. The Trailblazers are facing the Cavaliers, and that's at halftime as well. Cavaliers up 60-53. The Trailblazers have had a slow start right now, but that's along with some extenuating factors among the roster and a new coach. So everyone gels at their own different time. We'll see how that comes along. The Bulls are facing the 76ers, and that's at halftime. The 76ers are up 58-44, so we'll see how that goes. 76ers are kind of been inconsistent this year, and the Bulls have kind of been, showing that they can be a contender this year, so we'll see how that game plays out. The Hawks and the Nets are about to end the first quarter. The Nets are up 35-28. And later on today, we have the Clippers facing the Timberwolves, the Nuggets facing the Grizzlies, the Spurs facing the Mavericks, the Hornets facing the Warriors, and the Pelicans facing the Kings.
That's
So
a
that's your stats for the league around the league at the half.
that's a good game. The Hornets and Warriors. That's gonna be a pretty interesting game to see that.
Most definitely, I'm really going to be interested to see, how that goes. I might have to watch that game. I know I have to work tomorrow, but interesting basketball.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. So they're at the half, 59-50. So what do you think the Knicks adjustments? Right, they're showing us highlights for a second. Let's look at that. The Bulls and the 76ers as I watched that, amazed by that. Uh, Dilo hit a nice three there, and they're moving the ball around. Nice moving the ball there for Andre Drummond looking like James Harden for a moment there with that passing. Oh, the Celtics are here in the city beautiful in Orlando, and they're playing the Magic. Let's see what's the score there at 46. And I bet you the Magic win tonight. I could do you a ham and cheese sandwich that the Magic wins tonight. That's how good I feel of the Magic. They'll beat the Boston Celtics tonight.
Oh
Mark my
man, you
mark
you
my
want a
words.
better ham and cheese sandwich? We can
Bet
do
a ham
that.
and I'll bet you a ham and cheese sandwich, man. DoorDash it right over.
Oh man.
Or like a Michael Caputo, some cheese sticks, some fried mozzarella cheese sticks. Michael's gonna do some shrimp on Friday night. Friday for shrimp Diablo. Michael's always bringing out the Italian dishes on the telecast here. Always. Last time he was talking about baked ziti and some
Ooh.
rainbow cookies and oh my God, he's like having everybody here hungry. Oh, look at that! The Pacers and yeah, I mean, they're showing the Lakers and the Rockets. Ooh, Rockets. Really, the Lakers had to come up with a big shot in order to beat the lonely Rockets by two. Wow. Ah, and Porter missed that shot too to close that game out. We were showing last night the Bucks destroyed the Detroit Pistons 117-89. So that we'll see the Bucks on Friday. Record and the Bucks are 4-4. But they look like they get up for their opponents.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. They get up for who they feel they get up for. I mean, that's the perk of being the champion. Is though when you kind of after you've won that championship, you kind of there's a self assurance within the team, so they kind of know who they are, and they
And
haven't changed too much personnel, so they're
and
really confident.
G Money's Phoenix Suns trail by 10, or actually by 11 in New Orleans, 55-44. So I know G Money must be watching that too with a close eye. His second adopted team.
Most definitely.
So yeah, that game is. By the way, that the Hornets and what you call it Warriors are gonna. It's on ESPN tonight. So that was. I know I'll be watching it in my sleep.
I'll at least have it on the screen. I'll be paying attention to it. Excuse me for a moment while I gotta get something. I gotta get a beverage.
Yes, go for it, man. As they show around the league. Let me look at the high man for the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks are led by Derrick Rose with 9 impressive points in 10 minutes, with 3 assists and a rebound. RJ Barrett also with 9 points, an assist and rebound, 17 minutes. Followed by Julius Randle with 7 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. So Julius Randle close to a double double. He needs 3 points and a rebound for a double double there. Mitchell Robinson with 2 points, 5 rebounds in 16 minutes. Aaron Fournier with 8 points, 2 assists and a rebound in 15 minutes. Kemba Walker with 2 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and also 14 minutes of action. Alex Burks with 3 points, an assist, 2 rebounds, and 9 minutes of action. Nolan's Noel back activated tonight, first game of the season, logged in 9 minutes. He has 2 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, and a couple of blocks here. Nolan Sewell making an impact on the defensive end. Emmanuel Quickly with 2 points, 2 rebounds in 7 minutes. Obi Toppin played really well in 6 minutes. He had 6 points and a rebound, making an impact, making some nice moves to the glass, attacking the paint. And then for the Pacers, you have Miles Turner. What phenomenal. Had three-pointers with 11 points here in 10 minutes, 6 rebounds and assists. Domantas Sabonis with 7 points, an assist and a rebound, 19 minutes. Malcolm Brogdon with 9 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds in 60 minutes. The rookie, the neophyte Chris Duarte, the pride of the Dominican Republic here, had 8 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist in 15 minutes. Karis LeVert with 6 points, 4 assists, a rebound. Troy Justin Holiday had 13 minutes, only had a rebound, not much impact in the game. Torrey Craig had 10 points with an assist, 6 rebounds in 13 minutes. TJ McCullough with 2 points, 5 assists, 1 rebound, 9 minutes. He's a high assist point guard. That's what is here. He runs, he assists. He a really good passer. Kelvin Martin with three points in 5 minutes. Gaga Bizaz had 3 points there, had a three-pointer with 3 rebounds, and that's all who played for the Pacers. So they scored 59 points in total, and they lead the Knicks by 9 here when we get the start of the third quarter. Then remember, they're shooting 37.5%. The Pacers are 924 from three-point land, 55, 45.3, 24 out of 53 from the field. The Knicks are shooting 40.3, 19 for 47. Three-pointers are 4 out of 16 for the New York Knicks with 25% from three-point land. Their free throws, Knicks are at 80%, 8 out of 10. They've been to the line 10 times. They scored 8 times, while the Pacers only been to the line twice. So the referees not calling, swallowing their whistles a little, and hopefully they don't slow the pace. If they're gonna keep the call like that, then so be it. We'll live it. At least we know they set the tone, but we shall see. But usually when that kind of disparity, the whistle starts getting tight and they start calling some whistles and slowing the game a little bit down, and hopefully they get a good flow to the game pretty quick there. Hopefully when they get back, we'll get the call going for the Knicks and Pacers. And right now, they got the Brooklyn's up 40-34 early in the second quarter. There, both Pacers, both Hawks and the Nets are 4-3 both on the season, and that's Trae Young's first back in New York, but actually in Brooklyn.
Yeah, they probably used to would have had it that after this game, I think we would have probably faced the Hawks next, but nah, I think we're too prime time. That matchup is too prime time.
Yeah, although prime time is the Bucks in New York, I believe it's at ESPN Friday night. I could be wrong. Could be Friday Night Knicks on the MSG with Kenny Albert, and
No, I think that's on ESPN.
that's on ESPN.
Yeah,
Well, I know it'll be here on the BX Sports Jedi Network watch along for sure.
most definitely. I've got to work there, but I will be tuning in.
And so the Knicks bring the ball up here. Here's RJ back to Randall. Randall back to Mitchell Robinson. Here's RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett goes strong to the hole, and RJ Barrett scores immediately. So the Knicks cut it down to 7, 52-59. This is what you want. You want them to start here. Now they have to play the defense, move their feet, and put the Pacers to shoot some tough, difficult shots. Here's LeVert, and he tried to draw a foul, and he misses. Fight for the rebound, New York. Here comes Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker slows down. He didn't have man with him. He brings Gather back to RJ. RJ on the wing. RJ passes to Fournier. Fournier with a floater, and he scores. So the Knicks score immediately 4 straight points here. 59-54. This is what you want to see from the New York Knicks.
And they cut
Now,
the lead down to 5. This
here's
helps the
Brogdon.
momentum and your thought process, most definitely. As
Brogdon,
Brogdon drives, kicks it out to Turner. Turner hits another 3-pointer.
just like
So
the first
Turner,
half, just like the game started. Go ahead, Chef Dan.
most definitely, and he brings the lead right back up to 8. But Kemba's bringing the ball up, and that's what you don't want him dive into the rim. He's gonna be a load there. It's Julius. He shows that he's a load down below, taking Domantas Sabonis straight to the rim, and gets a layup there. So Julius Randle lays it in, makes it 56-62, and Domantas Sabonis misses it,
Oh,
but then RJ gets stripped by Duarte, and Duarte gets a lucky bounce right back in. So the Pacers cut the lead right back up to 8, 56-64. So RJ gets the ball, and it gets stripped away from him again, but there is a foul.
so the Pacers getting a lot of swiping a lot at the ball here, and just got called for a foul there. None in the bench, just the first foul there. They'll side out about it with Fournier over to Kemba. Kemba 10-10 here in the game. Back to RJ. RJ passed to Randall, so they're gonna feature Randall again. Randall making some moves. Randall up and over, misses it. So just barely missed there. And here comes Sabonis. Sabonis looking, he got picked up by Robinson. Sabonis dribbles, and he stops, backs out. Double team here. The Knicks double. Here's Sabonis. 9 on the shot clock. Deep inside of Miles Turner, and he's got fouled by RJ Barrett.
Yeah, that's
So yeah, Turner had great position under Barrett there.
most definitely. I was gonna say that we were. I'm sorry for trying to speak over you. It's
No,
just
no,
we're
you're
both
good.
saying this. I was gonna say exactly what you was gonna say. That was just a size difference, but they don't call that in the act of shooting. That was surprising. Miles Turner takes another 3, and
Oh
he makes
wow,
another 3.
wow, four 3-pointers or 5 for that young man tonight. So he's showing that 17 points for him.
It's truly becoming the stretch big that he talked about. Kemba throws up a mid range and gets the bounce. So cuts the lead right back down to 9, 58-67. As the Pacers bring the ball up, Brogdon passes it to Levert. Levert kicks it out to Duarte. To Duarte back to Duarte to Brogdon. Brogdon into Sabonis. Sabonis misses the dunk, but that was a lot of contact there. Evan Fournier drives, kicks it to Mitch. Mitch kicks it back to Fournier. Fournier gets the dribble back after it's loose. Kicks it to RJ. RJ drives, and he gets stripped, but gets the ball back and gets a
Not
floater
a,
in.
90% of the time they call fouls on those plays. Nothing.
Nothing right there. So the Knicks cut the lead down to 7, 60-67. As the Pacers are working along the perimeter. Malcolm Brogdon driving. Reverse scoop, gets it in. He got a step on Kemba. So Kemba got to step up the defense right there. Kemba works it up to RJ. RJ to Julius. Julius passes it back to Kemba. Kemba working on the perimeter. He's getting mauled right now.
No
Pass
calls
gets
there.
deflected, gets it back. 5 on the shot clock. It's a 3-pointer up and rims out. Turner gets the rebound, but Julius almost gets it. A lot
Wow.
of contact there, but they're not calling the fouls. Brogdon drives, passes it out. Turner for another 3, and Turner finally misses. RJ gets the ball out in the open lane. He drives behind the
Ooh,
misses
nice
the
move.
mid range. That was a nice move, but it just rimmed out. So Sabonis starts to slow down the pace, gets the Pacers in some action. Chris Duarte curls into a mid range, misses it. Walker with the rebound, passes it to RJ. RJ trailing ahead, and he got fouled.
Oh my God, he got that should be
Bad.
big. Uh
That's a
oh.
flagrant.
Hopefully he's okay. He's on the floor now.
Hopefully he's okay, but that's a flagrant. That is a flagrant.
They're not gonna call that. This referee team is
No,
gonna
they
keep
gotta
killing
look
it.
that. No, they gotta look at that.
That's a clear path foul. No, he grabbed him. It wasn't a favorite. It was, as much as I would love to have the possession
Ah,
and ball. It wasn't a flagrant.
shoulder area. Yeah, shoulder area.
No, it was not. That's not called for a flagrant. As much as I want to get a foul and keep possession, it's not.
Yeah, that's not a flagrant. But he did yank him down hard. I
No,
ain't
that's
gonna
a
lie.
good.
I gotta talk
That's
to Brogdon after that.
that's a good play. That's a good NBA foul. That's a '90s type of good
Yeah, that's a
foul
good NBA foul.
without hurting anyone because you pulled them down by the shoulders. You didn't go by the neck or the head area.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hunter wants to know, why do the Nets stink? And, Jalen Hunter has some good questions. He asked before, why is no Scorpion in Mortal Kombat 3? Those are the questions that we don't know.
Oh man, I wish I could answer that Scorpion question, but
Yeah, he had a lot of
I
good
mean the
questions.
Nets right now, the Nets right now they're struggling. James Harden is going to have to find a balance between the amount of defense that they're allowing back in the league, because it doesn't seem like the league is going to reverse any of the calls that they any of the ways that they've called the physicality of the game so far. They've reviewed it with the competition committee, and they seem it. They said it's all in fair play. They've
Yeah, it
missed
is.
a few here or there, but it's been all in fair play. So James Harden is going to have to learn how to deal with the foul calls that used to be given to him not being given to him. Um, their roster has to figure out who's going to be the next man up every night, and they kind of are lacking without Kyrie right now.
So they reviewed this play. One referee looks like he's like, that was just a regular. By the body language of the referees, they don't want to call anything. I think that Secaucus might have overturned it and called this a flagrant. I don't have the audio. I think the league might want something. You need to call that a flagrant two, or flagrant one, the lower one of them. And I don't think the rest want to call that a flagrant. But we shall see what was the call there, because I don't have the audio myself there. But I know, either way, he's going to go to the free throw line. I think it's just a regular foul. So
Yeah,
third,
you can tell based on the amount of people gathered. If he was by himself, it'd be a flagrant. But people are
RJ
there, so
RJ
it,
hit the
it is a
first one.
common foul. As RJ hits the first one,
He's got another free throw coming. And so
he
Knicks cut it
makes a
to
second
7.
free throw. Offensive
Ooh.
foul. Nice move by Kemba as he got in the way of
And
DeMontis Sabonis
this is what you
driving.
like. What you like, that handshake and a salute for that charging call. So looks like the Knicks are getting ignited here on defense, and that's what you like to see between Randall and Kemba, getting excited for drawing a charge. So something we haven't seen. And Mitchell Robinson was there like a hawk, but you gotta like it there.
Most
So
definitely.
Kemba brings the ball up here. He got 60 on the shot clock. Kemba Walker dances. Kemba Walker rises and off the mark, fight for the rebound. Evan Fournier makes got a little pep in his step. Here's RJ Barrett has Levert. RJ Barrett pass to Kemba, back to Fournier. Randall's calling it with Brandon on him. And he makes a shake and bakes. He shoots in the play and he goes and
And he
slaps
got
it in there. 5-point game here, 69-64 with 6:40 left in the game in the third quarter here. Indiana brings the ball up, and I'll give it to you, Chef. Go for it.
as the Pacers have the ball. Brogdon passes it back to Levert. Levert takes a three, misses it, but Miles gets the rebound, misses the putback. Julius with a head of steam passes it to Kemba. Kemba passes it to RJ. RJ surveying, dribbling, 14 on the shot clock, drives and gets the layup. RJ Barrett, super tough right now. And the Knicks cut it to 3, 69-66. RJ Barrett, oh my God.
That man is getting alive, coming to his fruition here. Oh, baby. Look at that. Oh, man, taking
Oh
it strong to
man.
the glass, taking it over. Something is kicking on here on RJ Barrett. He is turning it on. You got to love it on the road again. RJ Barrett.
Michael Caputo, I need to see you in the chat. What's going on, brother? You're here when the I need to see you in the chat right now, Michael. What's going on? We're getting right back in the game. What's going on, Michael?
He's having mozzarella sticks.
Oh, he's got to be. No, he's having the shrimp fried Diablo.
No, that's Friday. He said that's for Friday.
Oh, that's for Friday. Ooh.
Oh no, wait. Oh no, yeah. I think that was no. He says shrimp fried Diablo. No, Kevin, the Pacers are cooking the Knicks up like shrimp fried Diablo. I misread that, Michael. I thought you were making that on Friday. So
I need
timeout
some of
right
that.
now. Woo, timeout. So the Knicks cut this now. Now, see, this is what they need. They would weather that bad storm in the second quarter, first half for the Pacers. Now is their time. Now can they close this out? You're on the road. You got momentum on you here in the third quarter. You need to keep building it. And the thing is, we haven't had our bench coming yet. So when the bench always
Most definitely.
provides that energy, and the Indiana Pacers are going to be gassed trying to defend this lead. This is the opportunity where you bring in the second unit and you extend that lead. Try to, dare I say, take the lead and then try to extend it and give it back to your starters to try to continue play with the head of the lead. But let's one possession at a time. So let's slow it down. Let's get the game tied first before we start counting our chickens before they hatch.
Most definitely. What we got to see right now is just more sound defense. We are getting some turnovers, but we're getting some sound. We're seeing some sound defense right now. Guys putting their bodies in the place where they need to be. You're not playing with just your hands. You're playing with your feet. You're moving your body, and we see a lot of effort. This is a difference from what we saw a couple of days ago. We're seeing a lot of effort right now.
And pride, and they're taking pride of it. That's when you saw when Kemba drew that charge, you saw him and Randall prideful of their defensive prowess, and that's what you got. That's what you got to see. That kind of body language, that kind of pride on your defensive end. So Indiana will bring the ball up here from the timeout. Let's see if they execute their play that coach called. So the Knicks will get back on defense. Here's LeVert picked up by, and here's a steal by Kemba. He knocks it, and last touch by the Pacers. 16 on the shot clock. So Kemba tried to go for a steal. So you see they're energized, rejuvenated, ready to go. And here's the inbound ball to LeVert. 16 on the shot clock. LeVert makes his move. LeVert keeps his dribble. LeVert rises up, floater, and he hits it. So Karis LeVert, good offenses there. Come on, Knicks. Absolutely. Maria
Most
urging them
definitely.
on there. 71-66 here with 5:50 here in the third quarter. Here's Kemba Walker to Randall. Kemba Walker keeps his dribble, 13 on the shot clock, over to Fournier, and what we call here, offensive foul. So now they're getting ticky-tack,
Was that a moving screen on Mitchell?
it looks like on
Oh,
Fournier because he's pleading to the ref here. So turnover. Here's the Pacers bringing the ball up with 5:40 here in the third. LeVert 18 on the shot clock. LeVert makes his move. LeVert keeps his dribble, gets in front of RJ. He goes and stripped by RJ, but he called a foul.
oh, what?
What's going on, Devar? What's going on, man? Good salute. I'm glad to see you there. I hope you're doing well, my friend.
Salute to
Salute to
you,
you.
man. I hope everything's going well, but things are not going well out here in Indiana. It seems like the referees, just like I predicted, man, if they were swallowing their whistle for the first half, they're going to slow down the game right now by just calling everything in the second half. And they weren't calling this when the Pacers were this handsy and aggressive and when they were getting steals in the second quarter.
So Justin Holiday comes in. And LeVert's going to go back, has another free throw coming up. They're up 72-66. LeVert hits a pair of free throws, so 73-66. Knicks try to come back here. Indianapolis keeps scoring here. LeVert with 10 points tonight. Here's Kemba Walker. So Kemba picks up his dribble. Kemba passes to Julius. They're going to feature Julius. Here comes a light double team, and here comes LeVert. And Julius falls away, and he misses in and out, rimmed off the rim. Here comes the Pacers. So here's LeVert. LeVert keeps his dribble and loses it, and right to Holiday, and he passes out to Turner. Third 12 on the shot clock. Brandon gets the screen and goes to the garage, passes the ball around. Good ball movement from the Pacers. LeVert, pack three, pull back, and he hits a three-pointer. Karis LeVert showing a good shooting touch tonight. They go back up by 10. Just as the Knicks try to go on the run, here comes the Pacers answering right back. They go back up by 10. Here comes RJ survey. RJ with a double team passes to Fournier. Fournier had a three, but he passes it. He moves for a screen and he hits a long range jumper. So he hits a 2-pointer back to 8. 68-76 here with 4:30 left in the third quarter. LeVert is heating up tonight. LeVert goes to the rim. RJ met him there. Good defense, and he caught a very extremely late foul.
Oh, that
Wow.
is
RJ Barrett stood there with his hand straight up in the air. They didn't call it until he fell on the floor, and then he decides to call the foul late. This is atrocious. Atrocious. Although, no, RJ pulled his hands forward, so I can see where if you would have kept his hands straight perpendicular, straight up, not lean forward, and that's why the ref.
no. His hands are the same. His hands were straight up. Oh man, that was a hometown whistle.
Randall's not playing not so great tonight. They are not what accustomed we used to. Having a second or third straight game, not so subpar. So Nolan Zoel comes in. So bad call by the refs here, and he misses the ball here and tipped in by. Wow, they tipped the ball in there on two defenders on. So back up by 10. That's
that
not
was
good.
Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig has always killed the Knicks as Kemba gets fouled driving.
So it's a 10-point game here. 68-78 with 4:17 here in the third quarter. Knicks will inbound the ball here. Kemba Walker. Now, surprised he didn't go to the bench here with 4 minutes here, but here's RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett, floater. And it misses it. Back to the rebound, loose ball. Indiana come with ball. So now the shots are not
Miles
going in.
Turner gets the ball, passes it to Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig, offensive foul.
Second charge for Kemba Walker drawing tonight. So Kemba Walker putting his body on the line for the sake of defense and for his team. So good defense by Kemba, anticipating the move. And New York will get the ball back here, down by 10 here. So they need to make a run here, try to cut this lead before the quarter ends. Back to single digits to go in that fourth quarter. They haven't shot the three ball well, although they're not spacing and moving the ball around. Derrick Rose comes in here. You got Rose up there with Burks. Rose drives and blocked there. And wow, that was close for being a goaltend. But here's Indiana. Kawate thought about a three, passes it back. And that's going to be New York ball over the back, turnover.
Over the back, yep.
With 3:41 here in the third quarter, 78-68. So Derrick Rose going up there, he shoots it, and it looks that was a goaltend. And that was a goaltend, not a block. Wow.
That was definitely that was bad. We're seeing it now, but it's definitely still enough time for the Knicks to make a run and keep the game close. We got to play a full 48 minutes as RJ Barrett hits the mid-range, gets it down to 8 points, 78-70. Pacers bring the ball up. Brogdon's calling out for an action right now. He gets the ball back, goes driving, almost gets picked by Noel. Rose picks him up, back to Turner. Turner for three. RJ gets the rebound. RJ pushing the pace. The Knicks pushing the pace as well. Noel gets a pick for him. RJ drives and gets the layup. RJ Barrett. He's taking the game over with authority right now.
21.
RJ Barrett with 21 points and 5 rebounds as the Pacers have the ball. Brogdon's driving, surveying, kicks it out. They pass it right back. Another three. He misses it. Nerlens Noel gets the rebound, passes it to Julius. Julius pushing. Julius gets fouled. So the Knicks right now have cut the lead to 6 points, all on the back of RJ Barrett. Man, if whoever was in doubt of the breakout year, please show yourself. Let it be known. The young man is here. Broadway Barrett is here.
Timeout. So the Pacers take a timeout here. Knicks trying to get back into this game, cut this lead here before the third quarter and before the second unit gets. Well, some of the second unit, but We haven't seen the full complementary second unit where they could start running and gunning. But Karis LeVert, what do you say about him rising up and extending and they missed a couple wide open threes there, but sooner or later we knew that those threes were going to be missed by the Pacers. Now, can the Knicks start getting hot in their 3 point? Hopefully RJ Barrett setting the tone by attacking that glass, driving, and it's going to command players to want to come in on a double team, leave their man open. Now it's up to the Knicks to be smart, move the ball, and hit it.
I mean,
They
I want to
are.
ask you.
Hold on, let me answer this one for happy for the Braves. Yeah, okay. I'm actually more sad for Heel. Remember I am Heel from our program from the watch along, who was a Astro fan. Just for him, I feel sorry for him that he got his team there. At least he got to see his team play in the World Series. For the Braves, I'm okay. It doesn't really bother because we beat them so many. Was it 3 times in the World Series? We beat the Braves ourselves, so the ones who should be down should be the Mets because they were pumping. Remember in the beginning, in the June, May, they were pumping their chest saying we've been in first place for 70 days now, and to see the Braves come out of nowhere and win the World Series, now that's who should be sad. Be honest with you, but no, I'm okay with the Braves winning the World Series. I don't think the better team won the World Series this year, in my opinion. I just think the hotter team won the World Series. It makes sense. Oh, let's see. Well, we're still in a commercial break, so Dave, don't worry. We're doing. I gotta do this soon. I keep saying it. I gotta do the podcast of the now the World Series is over. All the free agency for the Yankees. How we want to have a roundtable discussion of how do you want to upgrade and I hope from your lips to God's ears. Yankees. I hope Yankees win it next year. Enough with this drought. And enough with would have, could have, should have. Even if it means that Aaron Buffoon gets a contract extension, stays around. So be it. I just want to see them win. I don't care who's the manager as long as they come through and win this World Series. So we shall see. So here comes the ball. It quickly is in the game to Rose. Hope quickly he can catch on fire here. Here's Rose. Rose surveils over to Burks. Burks 15 on the shot clock. Burks he keeps the dribble. Burks penetrating. Picks it up loose ball, and Burks scores. So Burks can get instant offense. Knicks trail by 4. This is the closest they've been in quite some time here. 78-74 as they play bench to bench here. Let's see if I don't know, Duarte is still out there. McCullough's out there. And here's McCullough, and he almost turned the ball over, but Noel, good swipe of hands. Here's McCullough with 8 on the shot clock, picked up by Rose, passes it out to to Holiday, and here's McCullough. McCullough passes it over. Here's a 3-pointer, and they call shot clock violation. Good defense by the New York Knicks here. So Knicks has a chance to cut it to 2 or 1, depending here. This is an important swing play, Chef Dan. If the Knicks could score here, here's quickly inbound to Rose. A minute and 50 seconds here in the third quarter. Rose picked up by Duarte. Here's Derrick Rose. Rose keeps his dribble and a foul call. So Indianapolis now they're fouling, making some city fouls here with a minute and 44 seconds. The Knicks have a chance to cut it to 3. So I cut it to 1 or cut it to 2 here. But Julius looks like they're in the bonus. They'll go to the free throw line. So they're in the penalty. So 3 points here. Now the Knicks got to make them pay. Now you're in the bonus. You're gonna every time you get fouled, you get a chance to score. So now you got to make the Pacers pay. Julius misses the first free throw. Not a good start here. You got to not. You're fighting for every uphill battle. You can't leave points on the board here. So Julius misses the first. He has another free throw coming up here with a minute and 44 seconds. The Knicks trail by 4. So Randall gathers his thoughts, breathing, ready for his second free throw, and he hits it. So Knicks trail 75-78 with a minute 44. Here's McCullough bringing the ball up here. Guard by Rose. McCullough now switched by Burks. Knicks on a 7-0 run. Here's the defense looks much better for the Knicks. They're pushing the Pacers back away from the post. And here's McCullough breaking it down, blocked by Alex Burks with 6 on the shot clock. So Alex
That
Burks
was
come out of nowhere.
impressive. defense. That was very
Excellent.
impressive defense. First, you as Sports Jedi said, the Knicks defense essentially pushed two Pacers ball handlers back to half court, and by the time someone had a clear
Oh,
lane,
another block by
everyone,
Derrick Rose.
another block by Rose
Here
as they
comes
bring the
quickly.
ball up quickly, brings the ball up. He's surveying, drives, brings it back mid
That's
range.
a swing.
Misses the shot.
That's a swing play there. Now they cannot afford them to score here because they would have cut this to one, and they could. This is a swing play, a very important swing play here for the Pacers. And here's the three ball, and that's I was calling it down already because that's the swing play that always kills the Knicks here. But Rose
Yeah,
comes up
but
with it.
and it seems like the Knicks read their scouting report and they knew who they wanted to leave open as Rose misses the mid range. So the Pacers get the ball back and the rebound. Pacers bringing the ball up. Defenders getting hounded by Alec Burks. Great defense, on ball defense right now. Not letting Karis LeVert kind of get what he wants right now, keeping them in front of him. Someone he calls for, denies the screen, gets a switch,
Good offense there.
and great offense right there. So
During
now
the
the Pacers bring the lead back up to 5, so it's 80-75. Knicks last it's a 4-second difference between the shot and the clock. No, 6. So Quickly's dribbling out through near the half court right now, calls for a pick, gets a switch, handling, 4 seconds left, drives, and gets blocked. He's not getting the foul call he thought he was gonna get.
Now on those swing plays, quickly has been twice, and with the swing plays, and he's come up, he hasn't come through. Every time he has an opportunity for them to cut, lead, or so forth, he turns the ball over, or something weird happens. Now, I'll wait for this quarter to end before I bring this up. And Turner, and I think he didn't get that off in time, but unavailed. Knicks go down in the fourth quarter by 5. Now the sequence when Derrick Rose had with 55, 56 seconds came up and shot a shot from the field from the top of the key, knowing that they're in the penalty, why don't you? And knowing his birth to speed, he should have taken that ball to the hole and tried to draw a foul. In my opinion, instead he pulled up for a long jumper, running long jumper, which I know he wasn't going to hit in rhythm because he was. And I think he should have just went to. I think that's a mistake. He should have went to the hole there quickly as well. Should have you got this team in the foul in the bonus. You go attack and go to the foul line. Try to get the calls drawn so you could get to the free throw line. But it is what it is. They down by 5, and
But I mean, we can kind of see that Quickly. It wasn't at the time that you wanted, but he did try and drive just a little bit earlier, and we saw that he didn't get the foul call he wanted. And to me, I didn't have a problem with the mid-range shot that he pulled up with when we were down 3. That's a momentum play. You wish you got that because that we would have been down 1. It would have been a closer game, and they would have been, and things would have been tighter. Palms would have been sweaty, but at the same time, it was rare that we saw Quickly pulling up from mid-range. So if he was comfortable enough at that moment that, hey, I feel like I can get this mid-range shot off, and I worked on it enough, it just didn't go down. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
hmm. So fourth quarter will be interesting. Down by 5. The Knicks have not shot the three ball well. Hopefully they get that fourth quarter where they go shoots lights out. And if they shoot lights out, they win. Headphones are in. Long day today. Peace, G.I. Peace, Chef Dan. Thank you for the play-by-play. Hey, Devar, no problem, man. Thank you for always supporting, always, always coming around, and appreciate you definitely. Hope everything's well. Hopefully, we'll see you. If we don't see you for the MMA tomorrow or Friday night, either one, we'll be on. Just keep an eye on the notification, and I'll definitely be posting and making the stream up soon. So we go to the fourth quarter, Chef Dan. We go to the fourth quarter. Finally, Obi Toppin sat the whole third quarter. Now, don't expect him to come out. If he comes out flat, it's where you live and die. You've been sitting a whole quarter since halftime, and he's been sitting for quite some time. So if he's not sharp, you can't get mad with Obi Toppin here. But he'll play him here. Let's see how long he'll go with it. Let's see how long RJ Barrett will sit on the bench. Julius Randle's on the bench. So now's the true second unit here. Let's see if they could pad this lead here We see Noel play some good defense here. First game back of the first game of the season and played really well here. So here's Indiana and he wide open three and they hit it right off the bat. The center. So they're getting a lot of 3-pointers from the center, like 6 3-pointers from the center position, and that's a big disparity here. This is why they're actually leading the game. So Obi Toppin gets the ball here, 83-75. So Indiana quickly with their 3-pointers from the centers immediately for all quarters. They open up their shots with three. Here's Burks, hits a 3-pointer. Alex Burks comes up 78-83. So Burks comes up coming a little bit alive here. Here's McCullough, 18 on the shot clock. Here's LeVert. LeVert dancing. LeVert rises. LeVert shoots and makes it. So Karis LeVert having a hell of a game for the Pacers here. So
78-85 right now. As Alec Burks has the ball, he's bringing it up a little behind you, Kev. He's calling out a play right now for Derrick Rose and Noel. He's driving, kicks it out to Obi. Obi fakes, drives, and he got fouled. So Obi Toppin is heading to the line right now.
Nice move for Toppin going to the glass, going to the basket. Strong move, and he got a good move by Obi Toppin, showing that he's not shy of contact and going to the rim. So he'll go to the line for 2. So Obi used the force, and he hits the first one. 79-85. Knicks trail by 6 here with just started the fourth quarter, 10:48 left in this game. Obi Toppin has another free throw coming up, and he shoots, and he misses it. So he goes 1 for 2 from the strike. Another points that Knicks are leaving behind here. Knicks are shooting 12 out of 16, so they missed 4 points there. Big difference in the game, if you ask me. Here's LeVert into the bonus deep. So Toppin is called for a ticky-tack foul now. Now they're going to get ticky-tack in the fourth quarter. I mean, come on, guys been getting mauled all game, and you're going to call a bad breath foul here just because he had bad breath. Come on.
But that's how the Indiana refs have always been. For some odd reason, whenever we play Indiana, the refs have a huge disparity on how they call the game between the halves.
LeVert finally sits down. So let's see if the Knicks could do some damage with LeVert in the bench here. Here's McCullough. McCullough over. Here's Drew Holiday. Nice move here. Dishes to Sabonis. Too deep inside the basket. So and here's Brandon with 4 on the shot clock. Mitts it, and he bounces. Fight for the rebound. Noel comes up with it. Here's Burks. Burks thought he looked up to Roby, but he holds it. Burks drives. Burks goes to the back to quickly drives a floater. Quickly hits on his floater there. So 81-85. Knicks down by 4 with 10 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Here comes the Knicks. Now they need some defensive stop here.
Yeah, but the bench seems to be doing their job so far and bringing up the pace and kind of just dictating the pace. Nice running play right there, but the Knicks good defense. Yeah, as you said, Derrick Rose lays it in, and the Knicks cut it to 2.
Timeout, Indiana.
By Rick Carlisle, yeah, and he needs to talk it over with his fellas right now, and the bench is doing wonders right now.
That play I wanted Rose to do in that third, close that third quarter. Trust his speed and burst of speed, but you know what? Better Nate than never. So Knicks trail by 2 here. So here comes the Knicks. Hopefully they gather themselves and it might not be pretty and try to squeak out a road victory here if they continue being aggressive and the second unit hands over a lead to the starters, and let's see if the starters could hold on to it and add themselves and come out strong. We shall see. They're down by 2.
Most definitely, but I also want to note. Aside from the first quarter, we're seeing a trend right now where the Knicks have basically outscored the Pacers every other quarter. The Pacers outscored the Knicks 36-22 in the first quarter. Knicks outscored the Pacers 28-23. Then in the third quarter, 25-21, and right now it's 8-5. So as long as the Knicks can keep that pressure up, keep surmounting that. Like I said, this Knicks team, this iteration of the Knicks team that we're seeing so far, has not had to play from a deficit. This is the first game we're seeing that. So if they can do this and prevail, it'll give them better confidence, and maybe that can help them with their woes in the fourth quarter.
Oh, absolutely. We shall see there. So all of a sudden now it's kind of a nail biter. Hopefully the Knicks defense come to continue playing aggressive and continue playing smart, and not allowing the Pacers to shoot wide open threes.
I mean, but this is the question I've got to ask you. Even though their centers are hitting right now, would you send a defender out there, or would you start to would you still let them by themselves in hopes of that rebound so you can leak out and have more people out there?
You could fake the what you call it, closeout. So I think if these centers, if they see a closeout, they're not going. The percentages tend to go down because, oh wow, someone's coming, I got to chuck it. If they have all day wide open, they'll nail it. But if you send someone out, I think they'll start missing it. So I think you mix it up from time to time, with it, because the centers are not going to always be that perfect the way tonight. And then wow, so if the Knicks don't prevail and the centers are, you can see that right there. The reason why the centers set the tone, hitting over 7 3 pointers. Every quarter they come out hitting threes, and what you got to tip your cap. You know what? Your centers, shot from 3 point land, and you're not going to see that. You do that about 80% of the time, you're going to win if you allow the centers to shoot 3 pointers all the time, from any NBA team. Not everyone can shoot the three ball like that. So here comes
I
Indiana.
agree with you there.
McCullough, 9:30
No.
here in the game, and here's McCullough back to Brandon. Brandon trying to go to Sabonis deep in there, but good ball denial by Noel. 7 on the shot clock. The stops the dribble to Brandon. 4 on the shot clock, and he goes drives. He's a wide open three, McCullough, and he hits it. So they got killed there. Good defense, good spacing by the Pacers. Found the open man there. McCullough, being a pest, hit it. So they put it back up by 5 with 9 minutes and 10 seconds
Oh,
here, and they called no foul there. So Noel's like, what happened here? I got mauled. No call here. Rose still keeps the dribble, and wow, they stole the ball away from Rose. Here's the center, and he hits it, and wow. So Rose got the ball taken away from him. A lot of contact, and the referees just looked the other way. What? Wow, what a disparity there. And they scored. You no way a slow-footed center like that takes the ball away from Rose. And yeah, good strip. It was a good strip there. Wow. Knicks got a little careless. Rose took his eye off the ball there, and quick hands, and they scored there. So timeout. Thibodeau calls a quick timeout. The Knicks did all that work there, and just like that, Indiana comes up, scores the next 5 points. So it looks like they're their own worst enemies with the turnovers, Chef Dad, and a little carelessness.
yeah, I'm completely in awe right now. That was a careless turnover right there. We see it that the Knicks are giving up right now. Sheesh, 9 turnovers to Indiana's 8, and off the 9 turnovers, they're giving up 10 points off the turnovers. Like this can't be. You're fighting uphill. You cannot give up turnovers. It's as simple as that. You're fighting uphill. You have to take care of the ball. It's these are these type of fundamentals here that we're trying to have while we're fighting uphill throughout the entire entirety of the game. This is what we should be having during the fourth quarter. This is the lesson we need to have right now. Is that we need to pay attention to detail, and everything has to be crisp. We have to be moving with the purpose, and we're not doing that right now. Nerlens Noel just fell down, and it seemed like because he fell down, the play just broke apart, and no one could do anything. It can't happen like that. We need to kind of just regroup. Nerlens Noel can't be looking at the referee and complaining because they aren't just going to blow the whistle all of a sudden because you said something. Get back up and get into the play. They didn't
A
blow
lot,
the whistle, obviously, and you're not a superstar. They're not going to give it to you. You got to get back into the play.
a lot of complaining by the Knicks tonight, with this officiating. Although the officiating, not for nothing, they have a point, but you still gotta continue working and continue moving and continue guarding and continue, moving in perpetual motion, not staying stagnant. Because remember, there is a shot clock that it tickers down if you just can't stand around and wait for something to happen. So. The Pacers are back up by 7, man.
It's 90-83 as the Knicks are inbounding it. Obi inbounds it to Rose. Rose is kind of just letting the ball dribble. Doesn't want to let too much time go by. Passes it to Burks. Burks surveying at the top of the key. He throws up a three-pointer, and it bounces off the back of the rim. Uh, Pacers get the ball. They're bringing the ball up. McConnell is driving. McConnell is serving. Passes it to Brogdon. Brogdon almost loses the ball to a Noel strip. And he gets stripped by Burks. Burks drives it to Rose. Rose with the layup. So the Knicks cut the lead down to 5. Good defense right there. McConnell is surveying with the ball. Passes it to Batats. Batats to Brogdon. Brogdon driving. And Brogdon, he says he got fouled. The referee say he got fouled. So he's heading to the line.
Now you see the disparity there. Let's see. Burks, good hands by Burks there. They're showing the replay on that turnover that they scored on. So they won't show the replay on the drive by Brogdon.
So it seems like Thibodeau is making some substitutions. Julius back in. So Julius is playing with Noel, Burks, Rose, and Quickly.
Another short lease for Obi Toppin.
They have a zone going on right now. Batate is being aggressive.
Yeah, teams are going to zone with Nolan's Noel out there. Oh, what was the call here?
I'm not getting the call. I guess a foul on Burks. Yeah, it's a foul on Burks, so Burks is heading to the line right now. And you want this. You kind of want a guy who can shoot free throws. You want to be at the line as Burks hits the first free throw, 86-92. So the Knicks have cut the lead down to 6.
Not only that, you're also scoring with the clock stop.
Yep. Burks hits both free throws, so it's 87-92. Pacers bringing the ball up. Burks with 10 points, 3 of 5 from the field right now. Quickly is playing good denial defense on Duarte. Brogdon having a survey. And they called a foul on Randall on that?
I'm telling you. Oh, well, my prediction for the Magic beating the Celtics was out the window.
Oh, you want to send that ham and cheese sandwich? I'm
Yeah.
lactose intolerant, so just ham.
Okay. Yeah, that they getting killed. I thought they were gonna make it close.
So RJ Barrett re-enters the game. I'm sorry. I'm very shocked by the referees.
No, it's just this atrocious, and the NBA don't do anything about it. This is the thing that annoys and frustrates with this league.
RJ takes a 3 and he got fouled on the 3-pointer. TJ McConnell raising his hand. He acknowledged he fouled RJ. So RJ will be heading to the line for 3. 7:34 left. The Pacers are up 94-87. RJ makes the first free throw. So it's 88-94. Pacers up by 6 right now. RJ misses the second free throw. Pacers still up by 6 right now.
You gotta hit your free throws. That's like 6 points that they left. That's the tie right there. With all those free
Yeah,
throws they
but
left on the
RJ
line.
hits the third free throw. At the very least, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 89-94. Knicks down by 5.
Wow, a lot of
There is
contact.
a.
A lot of contact. Wow. A lot of
What are they
contact.
calling the foul on? What are they calling the foul on now?
Oh my God. That's a lot of contact. I thought they were calling a jump ball here, but no, they're calling a loose ball foul. Wow, let's see this.
That's an offense. You saw the.
Wow, that's an offensive foul. He pushed with his shoulder. My goodness. Oh, Julius pushed him down. Wow, this refereeing is terrible. The Adam Silver, you gotta, my goodness, this is ridiculous.
This
This
was the most inconsistent refereeing I've ever seen. As Batadze takes another three. Where is the loose foul? Thank you. But who is it called on?
it's on Noel. The bonus is gonna get.
Oh
They're gonna.
my gosh!
I'm t-
Wow.
this is ridiculous. This is to the most disgustingest act of NBA officiating I've seen. My goodness, terrible. We need Dana White to be the freaking commissioner here. He'll be removing these referees in a heartbeat.
As Sabonis misses the first free throw,
Ball don't
Mitchell
lie.
Robinson enters back in. Yeah, she said it best. Ball don't lie. But I'm not gonna lie, man. I know Nerlens Noel came back and I,
He's been a good spark tonight.
he's been a good spark tonight. But my thing is, what's up with the short leash on Obi? As they
Yeah.
bring the lead right back up to 6, 95-89 with with the Pacers in the bonus. Uh, RJ gets blitzed. Rose goes for a floater, gets his rebound, passes it to RJ. RJ drives, passes it to Randall. Randall fakes and drives,
Oh my
and
God, no
Randall is finally
call.
heading to the line.
Oh, they did call it. My goodness.
Look at him. He's his arm is all in the cookie jar.
Wow. So Knicks are going to try to cut this to a 4 point. He has opportunity to cut this to four if they hit two free throws here with
Yep,
6:48 here.
As Randall hits the first free throw, as Miles Turner re-enters the game for the Pacers. It's 90-95. 6 minutes, 48 seconds left.
13 points for Julius. He has a double double.
Make that 14 points as he hits the second free throw. So now it's 91-94. Knicks down by 4. 2-possession game. Karis LeVert is surveying around and he almost gets stripped, but get the ball back. And he misses, but Domantas Sabonis gets the rebound. And Turner gets the dunk. So now
How isn't
Pacers
that
right back up.
how is that over the back on Joe on Derrick Rose when he had his
Mitch,
whole hand? No, on Rose, he had his hands on over Derrick Rose's back to get that rebound.
as RJ drives and misses the drive. They pass it. Miles Turner with the three, and he hits it. Where's that Karis LeVert? No, Miles Turner with the three. So the Pacers up by 9, 100-99.
Yeah, this is not. I mean, it's an uphill battle. The Knicks put themselves by that rocky first start, climbing up there, but the Knicks battled, but the officiating and terrible calling, and you could also agree
I'm
with the
not
stuff.
even gonna lie. Like this is like I remember last year I said this like we didn't have room for error because the amount of talent that we had wouldn't allow us to do certain things. So even with the bad officiating, we couldn't shoot ourselves in the foot. I think we still had, even with the amount of turnovers that we had. I'm looking right now, we both teams have 9 turnovers. I don't think our turnovers were worse than theirs.
Not only this is a fourth quarter. Where's Evan Fournier? You paid him a lot of money here to come here. you decided not to sign other free agents. He was your target. Here's the fourth quarter. We got to see Evan Fournier in this game. And also the short leash on Obi Toppin. I'm not saying Obi Toppin is is going to light up the world here, but he was playing aggressive. You want to get some athleticism. There's a lot of questions, and this is where the criticism come on the coach Thibodeau is the rotations and players. You got a young athletic team with Karis LeVert causing havoc, shooting there. It's a lot to how much more you're going to keep going with a stubborn Julius Randle running almost the same predictable plays. The Knicks are predictable on offense right now, but it's still down by 9 here. So this 6:02, plenty of time here with a Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier. Good to see them on the floor finally. Here's Julius. Now he's losing his cool. He swiped that Sabonis there. Don't lose your cool.
Yep.
You're gonna get caught with an offensive foul. And here's blocked there.
And they get a free 3-pointer, but Brogdon misses. And
They
so
force
it's
him.
5:30. There's still time left on the clock. He doesn't have to do this. So RJ drives but passes it to Mitch, and Mitch loses it. That was a good decision by RJ. Mitch has to hold on to the ball right there, but he doesn't kill Mitch for it. Mitch has to get back. It's 5:19 left right now. Both teams have 10 turnovers. Brogdon driving, and he gets the layup over Julius Randle.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Now they extend the lead back to double digits. This is the uphill climb. The Knicks, every time they get close, Indiana goes on a run, and looks like they have more talent than the Knicks here.
As Kemba is surveying right now, RJ passes it to Mitch. Mitch to Fournier. Fournier driving, and he got blocked. And what do they call?
Goaltending.
Goaltending. So the Knicks down by 9, 4:45 left. Yeah, that was goaltending.
Yeah, that's a good call there. So right now, Miles Turner outplaying our centers. 14 points for Evan Fournier. Quiet 14 points, if you ask me here.
As Miles Turner hits another 3-pointer. It is Miles Turner's night tonight.
Ridiculous. 105-93.
Kemba's driving along the baseline, kicks it out to Fournier. Fournier foregoes the 3 for a floater, misses the floater.
Wow.
Why did he go for the floater when he could have gone strong to the right side of the rim? Brogdon gets RJ as his assignment over to LeVert. LeVert crosses and gets the space, misses. RJ gets the rebound, and they call a loose ball foul on Domantas Sabonis, I believe.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's been very aggressive since the fourth quarter on the glass there. Very aggressive bruising. Those things start adding up when you start bruising and hacking and whacking like that, and the refs are letting it happen, letting allow this contact.
Yeah, Miles Turner right now. Ooh, 25 points and 11 rebounds.
So there's a timeout on the floor here. With 3 minutes and 50 seconds, there's still time here, but the way this game has been shaping up, every time the Knicks make a cut to cut the deficit to two to single possession, one possession game, the Indiana Pacers come up on a run on their own to extend it. And you can't win if you can't sustain winning if you're giving up too many threes. Too many threes and not just Miles Turner all around. They're giving up too many wide open threes and they're paying for it.
I'm not even gonna lie. The Pacers, you said it earlier. They're giving us a healthy diet of what we used to do. They have 88 shots on. They have 88 field goals right now. Guess how many 3-pointers they have out of 88 of that?
I've got it. 38 3-pointers. They shooting the Knicks. What the Knicks
Mm,
do to everyone, what they doing to other
what
teams.
right now it's 41 for me right now, 16 to 41 for 39%, while the Knicks are 5 of 19 for 26%. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. So they're in a timeout right now.
The loose ball foul was on Sabonis onto Mitchell Robinson. So Mitchell Robinson is at the line and he just made his first free throw. So it's 94 to 105. Mitch misses, but Indiana gets the rebound. They're going to try and draw it as much time as possible. Knicks are down 11 right now with 3 minutes left. It's the time is dwindling, but there is enough time to make a comeback. But they give up a drive to the basket by Torrey Craig. So now it's 107-94. Kemba surveying, dribbling, passes it to Randall. Randall back to Kemba. Kemba takes a three, misses, and Sabonis gets the rebound. So it looks like the Pacers are going to put the finishing touches on the Knicks right now.
There's still plenty of time. I mean, 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Anything can happen. But the way the team is not defending and not stopping, you can see it's bleak. And here's a turnover. Here comes here's Fournier with a three, and that's not falling. Julius Randle with a dunk. Well, so that's a consolation prize there. 106, 107. So down by 11 with 2:30 something here. The Indiana Pacers, if they just play smart and they call a foul. My God, they call a foul when it was all ball. What are they talking about? What? Right in front of Thibodeau. My goodness. Bad call. Bad call. You could read the rips of Tom Thibodeau. Bad call. My goodness, this is the most frustrating game. Let's see the.
Oh my
That's
God.
all ball. That's all
That was all
ball.
ball.
Why
Oh
didn't
my God.
I mean you don't? You're not taking your challenge with you. Might as well use it and embarrass this freaking referee. You should have called a timeout.
No, but I
Called a
mean,
foul.
they're most likely gonna agree with the refs anyways.
Wow, this is pretty much this. Now you can say this is the finishing touches
Yeah, the
here.
game is pretty much over. They're down 13 with 2:30 left.
Two
Karis
thirty.
LeVert, 20 points, 4 assists.
These guys aren't gonna shoot it. Bring in the. You should have just brought in, emptied your bench out. Bring these kids in here. See what they got against this type of group. And RJ misses a three and rebounds. So this is what do it. This would do it. The Knicks, we're gonna have a 2-game losing streak, first one of the season. It looks like it is heading there. Only 2 minutes left. I'm gonna say why are you losing faith? But the way what we seen, what going on, the uphill climb. They're not
As
playing. They're
up,
not playing defense.
almost got a turnover, but Karis LeVert passes it to Domantas Sabonis, and because of the gamble, they ran up and got a dunk. 111 to 96 right now. RJ drives, and he got blocked by the backboard.
Uh, no, they're not calling it, RJ. Don't even bother looking at these idiots. They're not gonna call it. They
They're
want to
not
get
gonna
out of it.
call it.
Mhm.
Duarte misses it. Julius driving, and they finally call a foul call.
I mean, really? Now you're gonna call this? I mean, but a minute. I mean, all you're gonna do is what? Trying to keep the Knicks is try to score 100 points. I mean, that's all I can think of. Thibodeau is not mad. Thibodeau's upset. The
Yeah,
ref.
I'm not gonna lie. Like this, like Julius could have had a better night, but the refs definitely didn't help this. And these are one of the nights where You don't want to blame it on the refs, but this was a bad officiated call. The refs are now in mid-season form.
Yeah, but you also can't take it away from the Pacers. When your centers, both centers, are hitting threes like that from all angles, you know what? You tip your hat off to the Pacers. They actually won this
Oh
game.
yeah, kudos to Miles Turner most definitely hitting the threes that he's hitting.
And Karis LeVert.
Gogo Batadze hitting the threes that he's hitting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like this game definitely could have been closer.
Right. Just think of you, yeah, yeah, and that's exactly what this year. So the Knicks in danger of losing. They are going to lose their second straight and facing against the defending champions on Friday night, with a chance of a three-game losing streak staring in front of them. We're going to see what this team is made up early in the season, coming on Friday night. If what kind of response will the Knickerbockers have here on a two-game losing streak, staring at the defending champions? And you want to measure yourself. You want to throw yourself, preseason parades, and acolytes. Now you have to show him you're going to have to beat the defending champions on Friday. So if you could beat the defending champions on Friday, and that's a nice good win early in the season, we shall see what this team is made up early here. But there's still time here. The Knicks still playing defense here as they turn it over. But here's Kemba Walker, sloppy, over to Alex Burks with a wide open three. He misses it. Julius Randle with the rebound. Julius Randle go up strong, and he got the ball stripped away from him. It's that kind of night, folks, for the Knicks.
Yeah,
And 41 seconds here, Brogdon just eat clock, and a smart thing. I thought they were going to chuck some balls here as the faithful in Indiana gives their heroes a round of applause, and they should just let the clock as RJ Barrett still keeps hounding, and two on the shot clock, and they're going to turn the ball over, and this should be the final possession here for the Knicks. 111-98. The only thing is window dressing. Will the Knicks score 100 points? If I'm the Knicks, I won't even try.
yep.
Let the clock eat out. Let's regroup. And Julius Randle brings the ball up slowly, and they're gonna let it go. They're gonna let the ball this Although Randall looks to see, Randall now attacks. Randall backs to Burks, backs to RJ. RJ is going to shoot a three, and then he misses it. So they won't score 100 points, 98 points tonight, and they lose 98 to 111. So the Knicks fall. They have a two-game losing streak, season high two-game losing streak here. It's early with a chance or an opportunity. We're staring in front of them a three-game losing streak with the defending champions coming up. But we shall see there. Thibodeau walks off the court, not happy. Trust me, not a happy camper. All around,
Not happy at all. Yeah.
unbelievable. Miles Turner had a phenomenal game. Guarantee you, next time the Knicks play the Pacers, he's not going to shoot like that. No way, no how. No way, no way, no how. He will not shoot like that next time, and that they could put that at the bank. He won't shoot all those 3 pointers like he did tonight. But the Knicks fall 118, 111 to 198, excuse me, and they play the defending champions Friday night. What which should be interesting to see the post game. I don't think Thibodeau is going to not say much about their officiating because he doesn't want one. He doesn't want to get fined. You earn a lot of money. You want to keep as much money as possible. As in your paycheck. The NBA they quickly fine you. They quickly don't want the coaches belittling their refereeing staff. But man, you gotta feel it feels disappointing because they came out and they tried battling uphill climb. They just couldn't get over that hump. And where do you? This is what they are. They're gonna be a middle of the pack, 40 plus win team, and you're gonna get nights like this. You're gonna get stretches where you're gonna think, wow, like they're gonna like unbeatable, and you're gonna get stretches to like, man, you're puzzling, you're confused, you don't know where to turn to, where the answers are coming from. And I think that's where the Knicks are. That's where above 500 team is going to be, and I think this is what this team is, above 500. You know, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we crack the 50 mark total, but it's too early. It's just a loss in early November on the road in an Indiana Pacer team. Early in the season, and sooner or later things start maturating and manifesting. One thing you got to love about this is RJ Barrett still continuing to play well, high level, keep going, and when he's going scoring, but you don't have a balance. You haven't had a complete game between Julius and RJ. Both giving you that and what could be, and we haven't seen it yet this season, Shift there.
Yeah, I agree with you in some aspects there. For me, for this game, I think we needed a better scoring from Kemba Walker and Julius Randle. Both of those guys were very inefficient. RJ ended the night on 23 points of 8 of 20, but throughout the game he kind of kept with a 50% field goal percentage all throughout the game. So and things like that for me. Also, I think Tibbs is gonna have to find out what bench unit he likes the best, because there are, like, it seems to be that there are three different types of units. There's the unit with Taj. There's the unit with Obi as the center, and then there's the unit with Nerlens Noel. And granted, Nerlens Noel came back. We know Taj is healing from the ankles, so I didn't expect to see Taj, but there needs to, like, I think the bench still needs to be figured out here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on, Gideon? How are you, man?
Good, good. Salutes, Dan. Salute, BX. How's everybody doing?
We're doing good, man. Great to see you here. Let us you know me. Let me know what your thoughts of tonight's game, G Money. You got the floor.
Yeah, man. Indiana kept up the pace. The ball movement was great. They were attacking us, and Miles Turner was hotter than a sauna from downtown. Career high 7 threes. Sabonis did his thing. Levert had his moments. Brogdon was pushing the pace. Indiana just out. Indiana, sorry, everybody. Indiana just outplayed us, moved the ball, attacked, penetrated. Other than RJ Barrett, I felt that the rest of the guys didn't have consistent energy like that. I mean, Randall, yeah, he had some rebounds, but he didn't play that well. Mitch wasn't a factor. Kemba was bad tonight. I mean, Fournier was mediocre tonight. Our bench was up and down. It's like, I know it's only one loss. Yes, we're gonna have some ups and downs, but with a team that's 2-6 coming in, and we really didn't come up with the right mentality. I know the Pacers are better than what the record is, but the record was still 2-6. I would have thought that, we were going to come up with more fire. I knew it was going to be a tough game because the Pacers play hard, but the fact that we were selling for jump shots, we're not sharing the ball, we're not attacking, we committed some dumb fouls. It was kind of frustrating. I mean, RJ Barrett, even though he didn't shoot great, he was trying his best. He was hustling out there, but the rest of the guys were just inconsistent. And to me, it's kind of a disappointing loss because this is a game that we could have bounced back going to the defending champion's house. And we had the Bucks. I mean, they don't have Middleton. They don't have Middleton. They don't have Holiday. They don't have Lopez due to certain things. So who knows what happens Friday? But this game right here, I just felt that we didn't have that consistent energy both sides of the ball for us to pull it out, and we just got outplayed.
Yeah, what's your thoughts of the officiating tonight? I thought it was atrocious.
It was bad. The refs were bad, but you can't blame the refs. The refs were bad, but you can't blame the refs because let's be honest, the refs have helped us at times too. So we can't just blame the officiating. Yeah, I understand they're bad, but there's gonna be games like this in which the refs are bad. You gotta fight through it. You gotta overcome this. We lost by 13 points, so it's not like we lost by one possession. So even if the officiating was fair, would have mattered? I don't know because it's like the officiating didn't cause Turner to hit 7 threes. The officiating didn't cause Rand to go 6 of 15. Yes, the refs are bad, but you're gonna have games like this in which the officiating may not go your way. You have to find a way to execute on both sides to overcome that. And let's be objective, Knicks fans. The refs have helped us at times too. The refs have helped us at times too. So I'm not gonna care too much about the refereeing because the officiating is going to be inconsistent. But to me, it was just more about the Pacers are playing the Knicks, and it was just more about us just not being, find the open man, and just more about us just not, other than RJ Barrett being consistent. So for me, I don't blame the refs so much because the refs are always going to be inconsistent.
Yeah, I agree
I
with you on that. Yeah, go ahead.
I agree with you, G Money, but to an aspect, like, this is the thing. How you're calling the game, calling the game does matter in a sense, because we saw that the Pacers, it seemed like they knew when the refs were gonna be, when the refs were gonna blow the whistle, and when the refs weren't. Because in the first half, to me, it seemed like there was a lot of aggression that was kind of warranted for a whistle, but it didn't get a whistle. And then the second half, we saw a lot of ticky tack fouls.
I mean,
There
I
was a
get what you're
lot of
saying. I get what you're saying, but the Knicks did take 27 free throws, and the Pacers took 14. So I don't understand why we're blaming the referees too much. Again, I understand there were bad calls. I'm not denying that, but we took 13 more free throws than they did. We can't just ignore that.
I understand that. I understand all that. But what I'm saying is, when these foul calls occur, and when it, when it happens, matters within the game. I know we're just talking the blanket stats. We have the numbers for what it is, but we just saw the game, and whenever there was a need for a momentum for the Knicks, that was when we saw the refs kind of get involved, and there were some questionable calls during the momentous times. So it's not so much just about, oh, we both got the same amount of fouls. It's just that we had more free throws than they did. Like, they were in the bonus. We were in the bonus more. I can't take away from that. But even when we were in the bonus, there were times where we drove and it was a crowded paint and there was no foul call there, and we were playing at a deficit the entire time. So now, do you like do you take that into consideration also?
I mean,
Because it's not to say, like, I'm not saying that, the guys in the paint weren't disciplined, but in a crowded paint, like, especially when you have a guy in Emmanuel Quickly or Derrick Rose or even Julius Randle, he's right under the paint with two guys over him. They already have their hands on their shoulders, so that on his shoulders, so that's technically a foul right there. And then when he jumps up, you just swipe down. But there was no call there. The like the officiating definitely didn't. I won't say that, the officiating caused us to lose. We needed to do better, in the sense of, I feel like for right now, our ball handlers need to get back to doing some handling drills, because our handling has not been clean at all this year. We have been getting, like,
mhm.
and teams have started to notice that and pick up on that. And we're seeing that not only in the Toronto game, but in the Pacers game, that a lot of teams are feeling comfortable having their hands in the cookie jar, being a bit more aggressive and getting steals. And they are getting steals. And that's where a lot of our turnovers are happening, in
Mhm.
sloppy ball handling,
Mhm.
and them getting steals. But there was times where I felt like, just because the handling was sloppy, that a guy could get a little more aggressive than he could, and there was no foul call there, when usually we'd see, like, regardless of, shooting motion or not. I think you can't take away that that is a foul call right there, when a guy has his hands in the cookie jar and he's slapping the player's hands trying to get the ball. Like, that is a foul is a foul is a foul all the way through.
I agree.
I mean, I hear you, but even we get those calls where we've made the free throws, we don't know that. So again, I can't. I don't blame the refs because, like I said, there's going to be games like this. You got to find a way to overcome this. There's going to be games like this in which the referees will go against you. I'm not trying to change the topic. Example: Game 7, Milwaukee, Brooklyn. The referees were helping the Nets in Game 7, but the Bucks found a way to overcome that. We lost by 13 points. So even if they call those fouls, will we have made the free throws? I don't know that. I'm sorry, we don't know. So it's like we can't blame the referees like, oh, this is a foul, this and that. No, we got outplayed. The Pacers played well. We gotta give them credit. To me, yes, I understand you want the refs to go your way, but it's not always gonna be like that. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not always gonna happen like that. You gotta find a way to execute on both sides of the ball. Yeah, you're gonna make some mistakes, but that's how it is. We can't just blame the refs. Oh, the officiating was bad. We lost by 13 points. It's not like we lost by 2 points or 3 points. We lost by 13. So it's like no matter what people say, we still had more free throws than they did. I don't care if people want to hear it or not. Those are facts. I can't just pretend it didn't happen. And the fact is, Indiana kept sharing the ball and attacked us. And other than RJ Barrett, no one was consistent from the perimeter, and inside. Mitchell Robinson got his lunch money taken out tonight, in my opinion. Randall, yes, he had rebounds, but I felt he didn't have a true impact. The bench was up and down for me. So again, I don't blame the referees because there's going to be games in which the referees are going to go against the team or whoever. You got to find a way to overcome that because not every game the rest are going to be fun. Hang on, guys.
But my point, let me interject here real quick. My point is when he meant about the referees, they momentum killers. The Knicks go on a run. There's several, and I'll try to bring those points when we do the Return of the Knicks podcast. There's a couple points in the game when the Knicks cut the lead. They have an opportunity, momentum, and they cut it to 4 to 3 or even 7. And here comes some bogus calls or non-calls that you're thinking, wait a minute, this is killing the momentum of the team, and it just demoralized the moral of the. I understand you got to overcome, and you can't blame the refs, but when you're working your butt off on defense and you come up with a possession and you get called and you're like, oh, I can't believe you made that call after I did all this hard work on and so forth, and it just too many of those calls that oh, like they, those are demoralizing when you're busting your rear end on the glass or on the court.
I
And
mean,
like
I
I said,
get.
and
Go ahead.
I wanted to add in that, I'm not blaming the referees on this. I want to keep repeating this. I'm not blaming the referees on this loss. Like, regardless, like the counting stats do say we have more free throws and we didn't make our free throws. We left plenty of points on the charity stripe. I totally agree with that. We do need to do better in our ball handling. We're
Mhm.
letting the ball be too loose. Not only that, but I think the offense needs to be a little bit more creative for the personnel that we're having right now.
That's
I think
right.
we're being too lazy and we're sticking consistent to just a 3-man weave
Mhm.
instead of doing more intricate cuts that we can be doing because we have players that can move off the ball in that sense. I think even when Julius Randle, sometimes when he's isolating on the block like that, like if we have to move him up the block in order to give the other players more space to cut and do things of that nature, then I'm all for that because Julius Randle shouldn't just be isolating on the block after a possession fails. I'm all for that. But what I am saying, and I want to take note, is calling the game consistently matters throughout the momentum of the game. Everything plays a factor into the game. The counting stats are what they are, but we are seeing the game through our eyes. There is always the stats, then there's the eye test.
No, I
The
watched the
stats
game
can,
too. I
I
watched the
know,
game
I'm
too.
not saying that you didn't watch the game. What I'm saying is the stats will tell you that the refs called the game fair down the middle. But we as fans, both, and even a Pacers fan can even say this, like, because it, like, they got into the bonus very quickly during the second half as well. The game was called inconsistently by the refs. Now, when you have the referees being a factor, not only in score but in timing and possessions, that creates a whole separate factor in the game. That is another entity that both teams are battling against. And so what I'm saying is, and for example, last year when we faced Denver in Denver, I remember that we got off to a horrible start because Mike Malone decided to do the smart thing of starting Aaron
Aaron
what's his
Gordon.
Aaron Gordon on R.J. Barrett, and R.J. Barrett couldn't handle his cutting to the basket at the time. So R.J. Barrett got into quick foul trouble. We were at a downhill deficit, and we were trying to fight. At a certain point, one of the referees made a mistake on one of the possessions and gave Denver back the possession. They go up. Jokic shoots a 3, gets the 3-point shot. They come back down. Randall, it's an iffy call, but Randall gets the foul call. Randall is talking to the referee. He's saying, yo, you messed up the last foul call. She says, I know, that's why I gave you the foul call. He says, no, it doesn't matter because you messed it up back there. She got mad at him and threw a tech at him. That's what BX is alluding to. It's like the counting stats are what they are. But the foul calls, when they happen, those can shift the momentum. And so for you to say that it is another factor that we do have to fight back against. I
Mhm.
agree with you there, but it is a factor nonetheless. And you can't say that that didn't help determine the outcome of this matchup. The
Um,
referees were inconsistent for this matchup, but the Knicks do need to clean things up. I won't take that away. The
I,
Knicks definitely do need to clean things up.
I hear what you're saying, man, but that's how it is sometimes. You're not going to have games when things will be clean. Sorry, guys. I have my own thoughts on this. I don't blame the referees too much because, again, the referees didn't cause us to not have a lead in the game. The referees didn't cause RJ Barrett to go 8 or 20. I mean, RJ played hard, but you know what I'm saying. The referees didn't cause Turner to get open threes at the top of the key. The referees didn't cause, us to shoot only hit 5 threes the whole game. So to me, I don't blame the referees for losses. You're going to have games in which the refs are going to be bad, but it's the team's job to find a way to execute and not let that be a momentum changer and
Right.
find ways to execute. Example, Bucks and Nets, Game 7. Do you know how many calls the Nets had a lot against the Bucks? But Milwaukee found a way to overcome that on the road. We lost by 13 points. It's not like we lost by 2. We lost by 13 points. So even if we get those calls, would we have made the free throws? I don't know that. We don't know that. So again, to me, yes, the refs have to be consistent, but not every game's going to be like that. That's
I'm
how it
not
is.
saying I'm not saying every game has to be like that. It seems like we're arguing two different points. I'm saying that the refs are always going to be play a factor in the game.
And you have to fight through that and
I know you
execute
had to fight.
anyway.
I know you had to fight through that and execute that, but they're always going to be there, and their calls do change momentum.
Well, if
You
you
have to
allow
fight
it
through.
to change the momentum.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that that they're the end all be all. But what I am saying is that they do play a factor to the game, and you can't deny that. It is the team's job to fight through that. But for you to say that the referees are, if they're inconsistent, it is what it is. You're kind of it seems like you're blowing off the factor that the referees do play a factor into the game.
Well, if you
We're seeing
allow
it.
them to play a factor, then they will. But if you find a way to play to your strengths, they won't have to be a factor that much. Because that,
And
like I said, that's what you're not understanding when I'm saying about that. Not every game. What I'm trying to say is this: yeah, the refs were bad tonight. I'm not saying they were great. Yes, it was bad. I hate the officiating, but I'm sorry. The referees didn't put us in a hole like that. You got to find a way to play to your strengths. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't just only look at the officiating of why this happened. I'm sorry. I don't give a dang about the refs play a factor in this. They'll play a factor if you allow them to play a factor. But they would not be a factor if you play to your strengths and find the right lines for you to have a shot. So to me, I don't understand why we're mad about all the officiating. Because there have been times in which the refs have helped us. It's true. There have been times in which the refs helped us. So I can't just get mad at the refs for this. Because again, there's going to be games in which, yeah, there's going to be bad officiating. But sometimes in life, we cannot always get what we want. You have to find a way to overcome that. So I don't understand why we're still mad at the refs. Because in the end of the day, we lost by 13 points. Those are the facts. It's not like we lost by a single possession. And give the Pacers some credit.
I'm not taking anything away from the Pacers, and I just want to end this topic because it feels like we're kind of dragging along on it. Like, I'm not taking anything away from the Pacers. What Miles Turner did to Mitchell Robinson today, I don't think
Mm-hmm.
he cooked them. I think he just stretched the floor on Mitchell Robinson, and
Mm-hmm.
Mitchell Robinson wasn't prepared for that. And so that's one thing I'm not gonna take anything away from the Pacers. Their guards outplayed our guards. And we need I originally said this, we need more points from Kemba Walker. We can't have that inefficient night from Kemba
12
Walker.
11. Come on.
Evan Fournier played an all right game, but I think we need
First.
more from him. And Julius can't be as inefficient as he
6
is.
of 15.
But what I am gonna say to end this topic is that there is a guy with a book out because he did spend federal time away because he was able to affect games with the zebra shirt on. And it wasn't just close games that he affected blowouts as well. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, you can believe what you want, but the fact
I'm
is, they
not
lost
saying
by
that
13 points.
the refs did that tonight for tonight's game. They were just inconsistent. I don't even have
Well,
that proof
that's
to
how it
allege
is
that.
sometimes.
But
The
what I
referee,
am gonna say, is that the referees can play a factor because there is a guy that spent time
if you
behind
allow them to
bars.
play a factor, they'll play a factor. If you
I
execute your
just,
game plan, they won't play a factor. That's all I'm
I
saying.
just, all
I get.
I am.
No, I was gonna say I get what G Money's saying. I get what both of you guys saying. But point is, here's a concern in my opinion: is our point guards, both
Mm-hmm.
Rose and Kemba Walker. You're starting to see the other teams when they have a quicker, agile, athletic point guard. We're in trouble. We get in some trouble. Um, can the Knicks continue to play and keep up with the top level point guards in the NBA with the current point guard they have on the roster? That's a concern.
Yeah.
That's a concern. That's a concern going forward. This team, you know you gotta I know it's a rookie, but you gotta give some minutes to your point guard McBride. You to see what you got there because you had you got rid of Damian, you got rid of Bacon, who could have played a couple minutes, just to spell here on the point guard or against these faster guards. I don't know. It's a tough situation. I'm a little worried when it comes to the point guard play because the point guards are not setting up the offense. I don't see a lot of side movement cuts, backdoor cuts, all that kind of stuff to put teams on their heels. Because I guarantee if you got folks that will cut and move and they will be the 3 pointers will be open. They at beginning
Mm-hmm.
they got a little stagnant just coming up there and I'm tired of getting my point guard giving the ball to Julius in the corner on the side corner
Mm-hmm.
on the sideline and then they get trapped and then they play a 2-man game with either Fournier or Randall with the ball in the left or right corner and then they got to chuck a three and that's it. And instead of moving the ball around or if they want to do that stupid cross court pass gets picked off, that's the same play over and over and they become predictable. That was what game 8, and everybody started to see and play the passing lanes because the Knicks are going to pass here and do this. They're becoming predictable. They need a point guard that could break this defense down, break down the other team's defense. Then you could pass the ball and got to get into and put a stop to Julius Randle from hey listen you don't got it tonight my friend. Well, you know what I'm gonna get you the ball but you're gonna have to trust me. Cut. I need you. I'm gonna go try, and I need you to cut, move around, big guy, because I'm gonna get you the ball and put you in the position to succeed. But I'm not seeing that with any of the point guards.
I agree, man. There's no ball movement, stagnant offense, like you said, BX, selling for tough shots. And AT and Zach has a good point. Still with ATZ. This team ain't built to last. We need a young SGA type point guard. This is the reason, even though I'm a true Knicks fan, this is the reason why I didn't overreact when we were 5-1. I said to myself, yeah, we beat some good teams, but the Bulls are not a title contender. The Sixers are overrated to me. It's not like we beat high-level teams like title contenders like the Bucks, Lakers, teams like that. We're a good team, but sometimes our offense can be inconsistent. And our defense, I know it's early, has not been as good as it was last year. You know what I mean? And that's the reason. And like you said, BX, our point guard play has been inconsistent at times. Yeah, there's going to be times here and there where shots will just miss, but there's a point in which if your jumper isn't falling, start attacking the rack. Put pressure on the referees to call. Millions of why I don't want to make this back to the whole ref thing, but millions of why, I don't blame the refs because we set up for a lot of jump shots tonight. and we need to attack. Derrick Rose, 5 of 11, but if you actually watch the game, I don't think he had a true impact, in my opinion. And Kemba Walker struggled. I mean, his jumper wasn't falling. Brogdon killed him with the dribble drive. It was sad. And like you said, BX, if our point guard play doesn't be more consistent, then we're going to be in trouble. Because Julius Randle's going to get double teamed, especially at the baseline. And other than RJ Barrett, we don't have consistent shooting right now. And that's the thing. And that's why I'm saying that when we play high-level teams like the Suns, the Heat, the Lakers, teams like that, the Bucks, the Nets, teams are going to exploit double-teaming Randle. And we need our point guards to hit open shots and be ready to shoot the ball. Yeah, they're not going to hit every shot, but if we want to go far in the playoffs, these guys, Kemba, Rose, Quigley, has to be open to shoot and penetrate. That's what I have to say.
I understand your point with that, but also one thing that's also irking me with this team, and it's by effort. We can defend the 3-point line. Too many, and in the beginning of the season, when we started at 501, a lot of teams were missing a lot of wide open 3-pointers. And now teams are getting in rhythm. You know, they're getting their NBA legs, and now they're hitting these threes. You saw McCullough. You know, the Knicks had a chance to cut this, and McCullough hit a wide open three on everybody conveyed and he hit. You know, and last year, say what they say, their 3-point perimeter defense was really excellent. You know, and now this year they're nothing to write home about. You know, you're like, whoa, and it gets you a little worrisome. Maybe I like the fact Thibodeau tried changing the lineup a little bit with mixing a couple starters with some bench players. You know, we saw that a little bit, but the short leash on Obi Toppin. What is going on here? You know, that kid is put in the work. How much more? What more do you want Obi Toppin to put in on there? So, what's up, Steve?
Salute, Z.
Hey guys, how's it going? How's everybody doing?
Doing good, bro.
How was your vacation, man?
It was great until American Airlines canceled my flight and I had to drive 20 minutes home. It was bad, but the vacation was great. Hope Chef Dan, salute. G Money, salute. Kev, you know what it is. Salute, man.
You know that, brother.
Tough loss. Tough loss.
Yep. We couldn't keep up the pace, I should say.
Man, this team isn't built to last. With Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker, we need some youth or some legs that are gonna, like, you can tell they lose their legs at a certain point in the game, and it's just back to backs. What are we gonna do? I mean, both of them can't really play back to backs effectively. We need a guy that's at least gonna be able to play back to backs, even if they're not the caliber of player that those two guys are.
And the funny thing is, we haven't even played a back-to-back game yet, and we're already seeing the effects already of these guys being tired. And then we have a coach. You know, I understand you can't you can't trust a rookie, but give the kid at least 5 minutes or total through give him 2 minutes to close the half or 2 minutes or 3 minutes before somewhere between the first and second quarter. Get him in there for a minute or 2 minutes, and in a fourth quarter put your rookie point guard in for a couple of minutes just so he could get NBA floor and see the pace of the game and see how fast the game is moving, so he can make adjustments and say, okay, I need to do this. At least I got 5 minutes in an NBA game, and they don't have to be all consecutive 5 minutes. 2 minutes, 1 minute here, 2 minutes here, a minute. Steal some minutes and bring this kid who could play defense, who has grit and McBride, and played in here, And I don't. I know it's early and it's puzzling. You're gonna. What's gonna happen in March? These guys are gonna be burned out. They're gonna get tired. I mean, I don't know.
Kev, what's going to happen? And there's a saying in the drag racing world. It's not if you wreck, it's when. And when Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose, it's not if they get injured, it's when. So wait on it. Deuce McBride will get his shot. Quentin Grimes will get his shot. It's just, it's not coming as quick as we would like, but we will see what we have in Deuce.
But the thing is, I don't want it to be, now they're injured, we're going to throw you in there and, swim. I would like, and my point is, you bring them progressively. You still, even if you bring them for 2 minutes or a minute each quarter for, somewhere, some loud, at least he sees the speed of the tempo of an NBA game, how fast the game is going, where he needs to move. If he makes a mistake, it's only for a minute, 2 minutes, and that's it. You pull him, man. Listen, you saw it, and then you have one of your veterans. You saw it next time, try this, next time, try that. And then the confidence start building. And then if and when, like you said, the wreck happens when they get injured, these guys are game ready, game
Right.
prepared, and seasoned. And then when you're not thrusting them in there with the load on their shoulders, oh my God, I can't let this team down because we had such a great season. These guys are hurt. I'm like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. No, I played this 2 minutes. I've been playing. I'm in the rhythm with the team. I see the tendencies. I see the game slowing down. Now when they come in, they're in a level of success, in my opinion. Who wants to take the next thoughts on this?
Uh, I can get the next open shot, and this time I was splashing from way downtown. You got Zach, BX. You guys are right because heaven forbid, Kemba and Rose are going to get hurt at some point because one, age, and two, like you said, Z, we're not built to last because we're not built to last. And it's good. And like I said, I'm not discrediting the team start, but we haven't played a title contender yet. Why should we play a healthy Milwaukee or a healthy Brooklyn or a healthy Miami? We're in trouble because what's killing New York right now. What's killing New York also, we got to figure out the double teams and stuff. We got to figure those things out. And like you said, BS, we have to play McBride and Grimes at some point. I'm not saying a whole lot of minutes. I'm not saying that. But at least, like you said, a little few minutes to get their feet under the water to give us some energy. And again, they're going to make mistakes because they're rookies. They're going to make mistakes. But Thibs has to understand that. I'm not blaming Thibs for the whole loss of this. I'm not. It's the players thing. It's the players thing. But like you said, BX, we need to play Grimes a little more to give us something. Because, like you said, Z, there's going to be a game out there that Kemba's going to get hurt or Rose is going to get hurt. And because we can't only rely on RJ Barrett to keep giving us everything. Because RJ's going to do his best. Because Randall's struggling right now. And we need that third guy. I mean, Fournier is good, but Fournier can be streaky sometimes. So I get both sides here because we're not going to last with Kemba alone because even though Kemba is good, this isn't Charlotte Hornets Kemba. And for Rose, this isn't MVP Derrick Rose. So it's like we're a good team, but I just don't think we're up there yet. That's because I just think that people were like, oh my God, we're 5-1. It's like we got to relax though. And I just think people need to just, just relax. It's a process.
Yep.
And Yep.
No, I'm agreeing.
Right. And another thing too of why we lost this game, literally, Indiana kept up the pace, going to the basket, the driving kick, especially the topic he was working. Even though T.J. McConnell's not shot well from three all year, he usually kills the Knicks at times, if you notice, though. With his drive, and can hit the corner three. Miles Turner looked like the second coming of Rasheed Wallace from downtown. Man. Woo!
Another guy I wanted the Knicks to get.
Yeah, Miles Turner. Will it be cuckoo crazy if he gets traded to the Nets? That can actually happen. Will it be cuckoo crazy if he gets traded to the Nets? That can actually happen. So, my point I'm saying is that the Pacers just kill us with drives, ball movements, attacking the rim. And other than RJ Barrett, we just lacked energy. And we never You're
going to see that with a veteran team that has a bunch of injury-riddled players. You're going to see a lack. They just can't their bodies can't physically give 100% effort every night.
Yep.
Not that they don't want to, it's that they physically can't. They got to manage their minutes and pick their spots. But like Chef Dan always says, we need a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander type. They should have traded for him. They should have. I mean, Chris Duarte, who I wanted in the draft as well, he's balling. Indiana's a lot better team than 2-6 when they're healthy. They're a playoff team, and they normally have our number as far as they play us a good game. Domantas Sabonis always goes well against Julius Randle. It's just it's one loss. It's early in the season, but I just don't think this team's built to last. And nobody should have thought that we were a championship contender coming into the season because, we lost Alfred Payton and Reggie Bullock, our two best perimeter defenders. But you laugh, but at least
but Alfred's actually playing well in Phoenix.
Kemba Walker doesn't make open shots. He's inconsistent. True. At least Alfred Payton provided really good defense.
True, and Alfred's actually played well with Phoenix. Yeah.
So I mean, Reggie Bullock, although he should have kept him as a backup, he's a good defender. We lose two of our best perimeter defenders and
Right.
add two guys that are good on offense, but a lot better on offense, but a lot worse on defense. So it's subtracting in the wrong spots, I think. But it's just they have work to do, but that's where we're still a building team, so it takes time to build a winner.
Let me
Right.
ask you this. Now, with the emergence of RJ Barrett going to the hole, scoring at will at basket, we should now he's now that he's driving and penetrating. I would like personally just for a few minutes to have him tear him up with Grimes because now RJ knows how to kick that ball out. And let's see if Grimes could hit an open three. Indiana's playing Duarte and they're starting him, and he's giving them results. And according to the draft boards, these guys were close in ranking. Grimes, Duarte. I know Duarte was a bit better, but there was a lot of folks says now Duarte is a 24-year-old rookie. He's kind of too old. You're gonna go through the Obi Toppin situation and all that. I remember hearing that from all different scouts. But look at Duarte. He looks like he's a season, year number 3, number 2. Really good player.
18.3 points a game. Good defender.
Oh, and he can
Do it all.
shoot. He can penetrate.
And it's like everyone said that about Malcolm Brogdon. He was rookie of the year. So I mean, the 4-year senior thing. So most of the time is the way to go because they're the most NBA ready most of the time. And it's they had a good selection there. But I can see what you're saying, Kev, about Quentin Grimes. Not only just that, he's at least he was a good defender in college. At least him and a Deuce McBride would compete on the defensive end of the floor. And they have younger, springier, more sprung bodies compared to a Kemba and a D Rose, where they can actually compete for 30 minutes a night on defense. And when those guys got to pick and choose their spots when they can compete and when not, they can't go a full 30 minutes. So
now it's only 8 games. We need to relax a little bit and all that. It's not the end of the world, but if the Knicks have a lead, 12, 15 points, it's okay. Thibodeau, bring the rookies in for a little bit just to see what they got. There's no pressure. They're leading. The game is up. You're up by a large number. Play them for a few minutes, and if you want to see a sign a mistake or a run, you want to call a timeout and yank them. Okay, I could. But they get on the floor, get their feet wet. Let's say they come in and they ball out. Now you're gonna
keep it going.
You keep it going. You add another dimension into this.
And you put pressure on the veterans to step up their game.
Right.
Because it just adds a different level of competition in the roster. Chef Dan, you all right, my guy?
You all right, Dan?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm listening.
Yeah.
Everyone's just jumping in. Go ahead.
No.
I like the spark of the convo right now. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I was just making sure you were good. You looked really, really upset, but it's just it's early. We'll be all right, guys. I just don't. When I say not built to last, I don't think we're built to last as far as competing for a championship. That's what I mean.
Yeah. We understand.
And it's early.
Yeah, we understand.
Yeah, it's extremely early. There's plenty of games left here, and also one thing I am a little concerned with, if Julius continues to struggle a little bit, can we limit his minutes? Maybe take away 5 minutes and add it over to Obi Toppin at least 5 more extra minutes. I don't think I'm not saying bench Julius, go away from Julius, but give Obi Toppin 5 more extra minutes.
Right.
That's all. And I'm not saying Obi Toppin is going to light up the world, but he's providing a spark, an energy, something different, another look. And when he's playing with so much more confidence, I can see that there. But it is what it is. We know that. But you know what? It was good to see. One thing I'm going to take really positive of the game that I like, when Kemba Walker drew a couple of charges, they were high fiving, they were getting engaged, they were celebrating. You like to see that. That's a good sign. The pride on defense, drawing the charge, getting in the lanes. I can say I like to see that. First time I see it all season. What's your guys' thoughts on that?
Kemba Walker's always, I think in the last 8 years, he's top 5 in the league in drawing charges. And he's done it a few times early in this season. And that's great. And I like the chemistry. I like when there was a distinct moment in the third when they were making a run early fourth quarter. when Kemba went to the basket, fell down, and RJ picked him up, and it was a good moment. Just you could tell just the bond just growing between all those guys, but that doesn't excuse for the five plays in a game doesn't excuse for horrible defense the rest of the game, especially in a Tibbs run offense. I'm surprised Tibbs has given him and Derek this much leeway. It's because he's big fans of him and trusts him, but you can't. You got to have a shorter leash with and G Money knows I normally don't criticize Tibbs, but you got to have a shorter leash on these guys if you want to have the same culture and the same commitment to defense and excellence on the defensive end of the floor out of your young guys or the whole team. You have to preach that with everybody.
Right.
Having a bad game, it doesn't matter who it is. If you have a bad game defensively, you got to get on him about it. You got to do something about it. And he doesn't seem to.
Who's he going to turn to though? That's the problem.
Good point.
Yeah, at least somebody who's I know, but at least somebody who's going to compete. But that's also why we shouldn't have got rid of those two guys and should have kept them as rotational players. Like we should have kept Elfrid Payton and Reggie Bullock as rotational players, not starters. Don't kill me, Knicks fans, but rotational players, so that if you need five, like you said, Kev, if you need 5 to 8 minutes, 10 minutes of really competitive defensive basketball, throw the two of them out there. They're really good perimeter defenders. Yeah, but such is life. That's you always say that's baseball, Susan, Kev. Well, that's basketball, Susan. That's part of building a team.
That's early or so far in this only 8 games. You already see the disparity. The Knicks still haven't addressed their point guard. They still need a point guard who could set up the offense, run a play, and have the moxie, floor general to say, we're playing. You know what? You're not hitting it. No, I'm taking over. And we're gonna do this way. And
Malcolm Brogdon would have been nice on this team. Malcolm Brogdon on this team. Man, if we had Malcolm Brogdon on this team, this offense would be better because he's efficient. He can penetrate. He can, like you said, BS, he can push the pace. He can get guys involved. He can hit free throws. My only thing with Brogdon is injury prone, but when he's healthy, he's underrated, and he will help get guys open, catches.
He doesn't drive. He doesn't drive to the lane effectively. He's a shooter. He's a perimeter-centric guy. We'd have the same problem where he can't break down the defense.
Well, true.
SGA, like Dan always says, that's a guy that can break down a defense and do just about everything on the basketball floor.
That's true.
Lonzo Ball, he can't attack the basket to finish, but he can attack the basket to break down and kick out.
Like he can play some great defense.
Yeah, like those type of guys we need. Malcolm Brogdon is great. He would be an improvement, but we'd still have the same issue come crunch time. A point guard that can't, do everything on the basketball floor that a point guard needs to do.
And not only that, our point guards are short. They're too short. They're small. They're between Rose and Kemba Walker, it's still too short. There's no height disparity. So I'm glad they're here. Don't get me wrong. It's only 8 games.
Right now, holding advantage, 40-2.
My fault.
So yeah, let's give our parting shots so we could get over the night here. We've been over 3 hours and so forth. I'll go with you, G Money. Give us your shotty spot so you could go watch that the Warriors game. I know I'm keeping an eye on that too.
The Hornets Warriors game, that'll be a fun game there. ESPN game. We got the Pacers outplayed us. They moved the ball very well. I mean, Miles Turner played great from the perimeter. Our ball movement wasn't consistent. RJ continues to give his best effort. We just need Julius Randle to step up from his slumber. We just need the other guys to pitch in. Fibs needs to make the right adjustments. We got the defending champions. I understand they don't have Chris Middleton because of the virus. They don't have Drew Holiday because of the right heel, the Lopez because of the back, and Dante DiVincenzo. But hey, we gotta beat the Greek Freak. We gotta win the Deer District. We gotta throw the chance. We gotta watch out for Grayson Allen, Bobby Porter's former Knick, and other guys. We just need to rebound. We just need to push, get guys involved, and we need to play with trust because the first 6 games we were playing with teamwork. The last 2 games, I felt that we're not playing with a consistent sense of urgency on both sides of the ball. So that's the thing. Indiana, good win for the Pacers because they were struggling to start the season. For the Knicks, I'm not too concerned because we still have a winning record and it's early in the season. Obviously, we don't want to keep going in a downward spiral, but I think it will be fun if we just follow the right principles and play Knickerbocker basketball.
All right. Thank you, G-Money. We'll go Z.
I think this game showed, just like a lot of the games have showed so far, that our biggest issue still is the lack of is playing 4-on-5 basketball and offense. I mean, as much as I love Mitch and Nerlens Noel, we're playing 4-on-5 basketball, and that does not work in today's NBA. You need a center who can at least do something offensively other than get offensive rebounds and then alley oops. You need a guy and Miles Turner showed that tonight. He can do everything Mitch does, but he can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And he adds that other dimension, and you see how much better that offense is with him on the floor to go up to open the lane for Domantas Sabonis. And I feel like if a guy of that caliber played with Julius or RJ, the whole floor would just be more open with them, for them to, and Evan Fournier, for all of them to pick and choose their spots. But it's early. We're 5-3, even with all these problems. If we can go 5-3 every 8 games, you guys will be and I think I can speak for everybody. We'll be very happy with what our regular season record would be. So we just got to keep winning the games we're supposed to win. And
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Indiana. They finally had a complete roster and a complete
Mhm.
game, and they're a good basketball team. So we take our hats off to them.
And that this win could start the season the right note for the Pacers, because what killed Indiana, they just lost a lot of close games. That's what killed Indiana. Maybe this is a win for them that they can start using this as motivation for them to play better.
Right, right. Chef Dan, give us your final thoughts tonight.
This game was the first game of the first 8 games where we officially saw the Knicks playing from a deficit on, and a lot of the things that we were asking for during their fourth quarters, it started to show here in the lack of execution and things of that nature. When you're playing at a deficit all throughout the game, you kind of have to be mentally on your P's and Q's so that the game can flow more naturally. We saw a lot of things like Randall kind of losing his cool in the fourth quarter when he felt that maybe things were out of reach, when there's a lot more time. And even though he lost his cool, we saw the Knicks still fighting down the stretch to where they tried to make it close, but the sloppiness started to persist all throughout. But we do know that these guys know that as long as there's time on the clock, that there is a chance to make the game a game. So um, we're getting now that they realize the importance of playing a full 48 minutes. They now have to clean up the offense and passing and things of that nature. And for me personally, if there's one thing I would like to see more of coming, into the next couple of games, is as far as the rotations go. When Tibbs is moving into the bench unit, I'd at least like to see the bench unit where RJ is the last guy being subbed out. I'd like to at least see him play a couple of minutes with the bench unit. So, they are more of a running gun type of pace offense, and I think he's a guy that can get the ball to Obi just as much as IQ can, if not more. And I think he'll also be able to pass it to IQ in certain pockets to where IQ will get comfortably going with his shot. So, if anything, I'd like to see more of things of that nature. But, Indiana was a good team tonight. Miles Turner showed off that shot that he has been working on for years consistently. He used to not be a threat out, and tonight he just announced to the world that he is a threat from behind the 3-point arc, and so teams will have to scheme for that. It always happens early in the season where uh, one team is used as the notice poster for another team, and that's what the Indiana Pacers were able to do. They finally had a healthy roster, and we've seen things like that. They were playing close games, and so they finally were able to execute all throughout. The Knicks have to just kind of look at the tape, see what they did wrong here, but also know to just brush this one off and move on, because you have the Bucks coming in. You're going to the Bucks on Friday, and they're a different opponent from the Pacers. They
The
they, they
defending
don't have the
champion.
Montes Sabonis. They don't have Miles Turner. They have the Greek Freak. They have other players, so we have to prepare for them. And
At the
that's
Deer
that's
District. Yep.
about it.
At the Deer District.
Right, and this is what the Knicks need to do. You have a two-game losing streak. You have to put a stop to it. They have to give us the best effort on the road Friday night. against the defending champions. Make your mark. You wanted to be regular season champions, summer league champions. Pumping your chest, bing bong, bada bing, bada boom, all that good stuff. Now you have to come out on Friday night and show us, and demonstrate, play a full 48-minute game against the defending champion, battle. If Julius Randle, hopefully, whatever situation, if there is a situation brewing outside, just go put that aside and just get back to basic, fundamental basketball. What got you to the dance? Play your game, play a smart game, trust your teammates, and go after the defending champions. It's not going to be easy. Drew Holiday, that matchup in the point guard worries me going forward. Giannis is Giannis. It's going to get his points no matter what. But if the Knicks could defend the three ball around the perimeter, they're going to have a key to victory and just keep using their depth on the bench. And I said I always love our bench. I like our depth on our bench around the league.
Mhm.
But it's just got to see how what comes out tonight. With Derrick Rose and stuff, so forth. But with that said, we got to stop the streak, not get into a losing streak, and continue to play our basketball game out there. It's good to see Nolan's Noel back out there playing. Hopefully, Taj Gibson, and you could tell the absence of Taj Gibson was extremely, extremely shown tonight. You believe it or not, Taj Gibson makes a big difference. And we're like, not really. And yeah, Taj Gibson
He
does
does.
make a big difference on the court. He's like having another coach on the court and telling the young guys to move around and move here and there. And hopefully he gets back on the floor. And I wonder if they're going to play him more minutes or less minutes now that Noel's back and Mitchell Robinson. I mean, I think there's room for all three guys to get some hefty minutes where they could be impactful, in my opinion. But we shall see Friday night. I want to thank each and every one that listened to the program prior to warm up program as well as the watch along. I hope you enjoy the watch along and not the outcome. So we'll see you Friday night. From myself, G Money, I thank you so much, Z. Of course, a pleasure always having you on the program. And Chef Dan, always calling good call there. We'll be back Friday night. We'll drop a podcast maybe tomorrow evening or tomorrow morning or whatever the case is on the MMA on the Knicks. With this, after this, I want to give this some time to marinate. Maybe the Friday morning I'll come up and do something. We'll see. But keep that notification. We'll see you guys on Friday night. And from the Bronx Sports Jedi Network saying thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.